Chapter 420. When Gao Zhiwei heard this, a dark look flashed across his eyes. What? Do you think that my offer isn't good enough? Sister Ling, you've been in the industry for so many years, so you should know very well that she's lucky that I'm willing to take her in. Does she really think that she can become an A-list celebrity overnight just because she's a supporting actress? Sister Ling, are you that naive? The netizens' attention is shifting so quickly. Without the company's support, she will fall back to where she came from in a few days. Zhao Hongling didn't want to argue with Gao Zhiwei. Lin Yan has already signed with another company. It's a pity that you're too late, Director Gao. Gao Zhiwei, who had wanted to play the game of carrot and stick, froze when he heard Zhao Hongling. What did you say? She has already signed with another company? Zhao Hongling replied, yes. And Xianxian was stunned as well. That fast? How is that possible? Lin Yan had only terminated her contract with the company a week ago. She had only become famous a few days ago. How could she have signed with another company so quickly? Signing a contract would take at least half a month, even if it went through the normal procedures. Gao Zhiwei didn't believe her. Zhao Hongling, do you think that I'm an amateur? Who are you going to sign with in such a short time? Director Gao, who we sign with has nothing to do with you, right? Lin Yan grinned and stood up. She grabbed Zhao Hongling's arm and said, Director Gao, goodbye. Gao Zhiwei finally tore off his mask. Lin Yan. Don't be so shameless. You'd better think this through. Don't blame me for not reminding you that Star Entertainment isn't a place where you can come and go as you please. Lin Yan didn't even pause as she held Zhao Hongling's arm and left. After leaving Star Entertainment, Zhao Hongling massaged her temples wearily. Lin Yan asked with concern, Sister Ling, are you all right? Zhao Hongling shook her head. I'm just worried. Gao Zhiwei is unscrupulous and unscrupulous. I'm afraid that he might do something to you. Many artists have tried to leave the company in the past, but he has done so. Lin Yan grinned nonchalantly. Sister Ling, have you forgotten who our new owner is? Zhao Hongling froze for a moment before she burst out laughing. Summit Entertainment. I almost forgot. Gao Zhiwei only had a few tricks up his sleeves. He might be able to deal with a small-time artist, but things were different now. They had signed with Summit Entertainment, and Gao Zhiwei's tricks were nothing in front of them. I'll give team leader a call and report the situation here, just in case, Zhao Hongling said. Alright, thank you, Sister Ling. Gao Zhiwei's plan was faster than Lin Yan had expected. The next night, a piece of gossip about Lin Yan became a hot topic on the internet. Due to Lin Yan's popularity, it became the #1 trending topic within a day. The trending topic was rather eye-catching. Lin Yan's offer to sleep with him was rejected. The reason was because the director of talent recruitment at Star Entertainment, Gao Zhiwei, had posted on Weibo. Gao Zhiwei typed, Miss Lin Yan, please behave yourself. Our company and I reject any unspoken rules. Although you're very popular now, Star Entertainment doesn't just evaluate artists based on their popularity. We also evaluate them based on their overall qualities. That's all I have to say. Behave yourself. Chapter 421. Shortly after Gao Zhiwei's Weibo post was published, the paparazzi released a photo of Lin Yan in Gao Zhiwei's office late at night. Gao Zhiwei's Weibo post caused a commotion. F***CK. What did I just see? Isn't he Lin Yan's manager? Does he mean that Lin Yan went to his office and asked to be with him? Ha ha ha. He has made himself very clear, right? Not only did she ask to be with him, but she was also rejected. Oh my god. This move was way too flashy, right? I thought that Lin Yan had become a fan of Lin Yan because of Lin Pianruo's character. Who would have thought that I would be fed a mouthful of sh*t? That's why I said that Lin Yan can't change her ways. She's really capable of doing something like this. Lin Yan's reputation had been terrible, and Gao Jiwei had used his official account to spread the news. Hence, the netizens had believed Gao Jiwei's words. Lin Yan's reputation had only improved for a short while, but now, the scolding resumed. They were even more vicious than before. At the same time, Star Entertainment had gained a good reputation for being fair and just. Meanwhile, in Zhao Hongling's apartment, Lin Yan shook her head helplessly as she read the comments. I'm trending again. Duo was so furious that she almost smashed her phone. F***ck. That Gao Jiwei was too shameless. Sister Yan refused to go back, so he tried to ruin her. Zhao Hongling's worst fears had come true. She had expected that Gao Jiwei would make a move, but she had underestimated his shamelessness. The truth was that he had tried to recruit Lin Yan, but she had rejected him. Who would have thought that he would twist the facts and accuse Lin Yan of asking him to be with her just to return to the company? What the hell is Qianqian talking about? How could she help an evildoer? How could they be so shameless? Duo clicked on an interview with Qianqian. In the video, a reporter asked Qianqian what she thought about Lin Yan's request. The reporter replied, Miss An, have you heard about what happened between Lin Yan and your manager, Mr. Gao Jiwei? May I ask if the rumors on the internet are true? Qianqian seemed to be in a difficult position. She said helplessly, Sigh, I can't say much about this kind of thing. Lin Yan had always wanted to return to the company. After all, given her situation, no company would be willing to sign her. Perhaps she had been too anxious. I didn't expect her to use such a method. Qianqian didn't seem to answer the reporter's question, but she was implying that Lin Yan was guilty. Coupled with Qianqian's explanation, the public was undoubtedly convinced. The netizens started to criticize Lin Yan more and more. Lin Yan's reputation, which she had painstakingly built up, vanished instantly. From Gao Jiwei's Weibo, to the paparazzi's photos, to Qianqian's interview, it was obvious that Gao Jiwei had planned everything. Lin Yan was reading her own gossip when her phone rang. Lin Yan glanced at Zhao Hongling. Gao Jiwei, Zhao Hongling said, take it and see what he has to say. Hence, Lin Yan answered the call. Hello? Chapter 422. Gao Jiwei's smug voice was heard. How is it, Lin Yan? Have you made up your mind? Do you still want to talk to me? Lin Yan grinned and feigned ignorance. Talk about what? Director Gao, I don't know what you mean. Gao Jiwei snorted sarcastically. Lass, are you trying to get information out of me so that you can record it? Don't even think about it. You're too young to play with me. Gao Jiwei paused for a moment before he added, Lin Yan, you have 3 days to think about it. Don't blame me for not giving you a chance. After saying this, Gao Jiwei hung up the phone directly. Gao Jiwei's intention was clear. If Lin Yan agreed to return to the company, he would personally clarify the rumors and claim that it was all a misunderstanding. If Lin Yan didn't agree, this stain would follow her for the rest of her life. There was still a chance for her to salvage the situation. However, a female artist would never be able to erase this stain. If Gao Jiwei didn't step forward to clarify the situation, Lin Yan's life would be ruined. Duo stared at her phone as she turned to the two of them anxiously. Sister Yan, Sister Ling, what should we do now that things have come to this? Why aren't you worried at all? Although she was just an assistant, she had seen and experienced many things. She knew how much these rumors could affect a female artist. Gao Jiwei's ploy was too sinister. Lin Yan chuckled softly as she glanced at the lass. Because Gao Jiwei's ploy is too stupid. Duo stammered, huh? Zhao Hongling explained. Gao Zhiwei told everyone that Lin Yan had gone to look for him because she wanted to return to the company. However, the truth is that Lin Yan signed with Summit Entertainment a week ago. Why would an artist who has signed with Summit Entertainment beg Gao Zhiwei to join a small company like Star Entertainment? After hearing Zhao Hongling's words, Toto finally reacted. That's right. Sister Yen is already an artist of Summit Entertainment. How could I have forgotten? Duo was agitated. No wonder Sister Yen said that Gao Zhiwei's ploy was stupid. Indeed, it was stupid. He would never have guessed that Sister Yen had signed with a company. What's more, it was Summit Entertainment. I'm looking forward to Gao Zhiwei's reaction when he finds out the truth. Zhao Hongling was a cautious person, so she didn't celebrate too early. Hence, I have to make a trip to Summit Entertainment to discuss the announcement with the leader. As long as we announce that Lin Yan has signed with Summit Entertainment, Gao Zhiwei's rumors will fall apart. Plenty nodded repeatedly. That's right, that's right. Zhao Hongling instructed Lin Yan and Duo, don't act rashly before I confirm the proposal with Summit Entertainment. After all, she had just joined Summit Entertainment and wasn't familiar with everything there. She had only met Qi Sheng once. She wasn't sure how Summit Entertainment felt about Lin Yan. Although Lin Yan had signed with Summit Entertainment was full of experts and famous artists. She wasn't sure if Summit Entertainment would stand up for Lin Yan. After all, based on her experience, companies didn't like artists with troubles. Qi Sheng also had a lot of artists under him, so his energy was limited. Chapter 423. Sure, Sister Ling. No problem. If there's nothing else, I'll head back now, said Lin Yan. Zhao Hongling stood up to walk her out. Okay, be careful on your way back. Be careful when you go out. Oh yeah, where are you staying now? Is it safe? Lin Yan coughed softly. It's still the same apartment. The security is good, so it's definitely safe. In this world, there was probably no safer place than her. Zhao Hongling nodded. That's good. You've received a lot of work and the red packet the production crew gave you. You should consider buying a car. That way, you'll be safer. Lin Yan replied, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'll look for a car later. Duoduo's expression was indescribable. Sister Yen would drive herself? Wouldn't that be even more dangerous? She hadn't forgotten how Lin Yan had raced when she had been surrounded by paparazzi. After chatting with Zhao Hongling, Lin Yan returned to Cloud Manor. When she arrived, she saw Pei Yucheng in the kitchen. Lin Yan swallowed her saliva and leaned over. Ahem. Mr. Pei. You. Are you going to cook? Pei Yucheng replied, yeah, I'm back. What do you want to eat? Lin Yan was speechless. Why did he want to cook again? Oh my god. Why did Pei Yucheng like to cook so much? Couldn't a boss like him develop other hobbies? He could play golf, fly a plane, or fly a yacht. How cool would that be? In the end, she realized that Pei Yucheng's life was extremely monotonous. He would stay at home after work. Other than swimming, his only hobbies were cooking and studying all sorts of dark cuisine. Indeed, no one was perfect in this world. Even an immortal boyfriend had a hellish side. What was worse was that Pei Nanxiu never came home during dinner time. Pei Yutong, who often visited her, never appeared during dinner time either. Hence, Lin Yan had no choice but to suffer alone. She had wanted to run away, but she had a mission to complete. She had promised Xing Chen that she would help him plead for Ling Yu. She had no choice but to bite the bullet and come back. She even had to help the evildoer and help Pei Yucheng personally. Soon, a table of sumptuous dinner was prepared. After all the dishes were served, Lin Yan whipped out her phone and found a good angle to snap a photo of the dishes. Pei Yucheng glanced at Lin Yan. Lin Yan hurriedly explained, Mr. Pei, your food looks so good. It's like a work of art. I want to take a photo as a souvenir. As a souvenir, hee. She added Pei Nanxiu and Pei Yutong to the WeChat group while Pei Yucheng went to the kitchen to get the soup. This car is not going to kindergarten, Sister-in-law, why did you pull us into the group? Pei Nanxiu replied, Big sister-in-law, what happened? Lin Yan sent a photo of the dishes to the group chat with a smiley emoji. Misty City amid the setting sun, nothing much, I just want you guys to admire your big brother's cooking. Smiling JGP, this is not going to kindergarten, Pei Nanxiu. Chapter 424. Pei Nanxiu and Pei Yutong, who were probably feeling guilty, sent a string of ellipses at the same time. Lin Yan continued to send smiley emojis. Her meaning was obvious. Doesn't your conscience hurt? After waiting for a while, his WeChat beeped again. Pei Yutong sent her a red packet and sent a message. This car isn't going to kindergarten, typed, Big sister-in-law, you've worked hard. Pei Nanxiu typed, Big sister-in-law, you've worked hard. Pei Nanxiu typed, Big sister-in-law, you've worked hard. Lin Yan swiftly accepted the 2 red packets, feeling a little comforted. At least they still had some humanity left. Soon, Pei Yucheng brought the last bowl of soup over. Lin Yan turned on the television. Let's watch TV while we eat. This could at least distract her and make it easier for her to eat. Pei Yucheng replied, okay. Thus, the 2 of them sat together harmoniously, watching TV while eating. Right now, she was in the most luxurious villa in the capital city. She was sitting next to a man who could mesmerize all living beings. She was enjoying her meal while watching TV. It was all worth it. Unfortunately, when Lin Yan took the first bite of the braised pork, everything turned into ashes. She felt as though the Grim Reaper was walking towards her with a scythe. Yesterday, the director of Star Entertainment's talent recruitment department, Gao Jiwei, posted a post on Weibo. He accused Lin Yan of asking to be a prostitute in order to get into the company. However, she was rejected. The moment this news was published, it caused a sensation online. Lin Yan was in the middle of eating when she heard the news. She was the main character of the news. Cough. Lin Yan coughed violently. Why was she watching TV and seeing gossip about her? Pei Yucheng, who seemed to have noticed the news, turned his attention to the screen. It is reported that Lin Yan has been involved in scandals with several male celebrities. Recently, she won the hearts of many fans because of her movie Meeting One's match. Who would have thought that this would happen in just a few days? Nowadays, it was all web TV that could directly display the bullet screen. At this moment, there were many netizens' comments floating on the big screen. Only a handful of people doubted that Gao Jiwei had any evidence to back up his words. Furthermore, the paparazzi had merely posted photos of Lin Yan entering Star Entertainment. There was no evidence at all. However, the majority of the people ignored that. Instead, the comments section was flooded with insults. What do you mean empty words? She is the director of an entertainment company. She has already come out to testify. How can she be wrongly accused? The paparazzi's photos have already been released. If she wasn't a ghost, why would she look for Gao Jiwei in the middle of the night? Moreover, An Qianqian, an artist from the same company as her, had already come forward to testify. There was evidence and witnesses. How could Lin Yan try to clear her name? She hasn't come out to say anything yet. Isn't it because she has a guilty conscience? This woman is so disgusting. I used to like her character Lin Pianruo so much, but now I feel like I've eaten sh*t. She doesn't deserve to be my goddess. This cancer should have been kicked out of the entertainment industry a long time ago. Lin Yen was already used to these comments. However, at this moment, she suddenly shuddered as a chill ran down her spine. Babes, I'm going to publish 8 chapters first. I need to edit the rest, so I'll publish them later. Chapter 425. Instinctively, Lin Yen turned to glance at Pei Yucheng. The man's face was as cold and aloof as ever. He didn't seem to be showing any special emotions, as though the coldness that had flashed by earlier had been an illusion. Pei Yucheng pretended to be nonchalant as he asked, "Do they usually scold you like this?" Lin Yen scratched her head and replied, "Actually, many people just follow the crowd and scold me. You just have to get used to it." Gao Zhiwei. Was he one of the higher-ups in your previous company? Pei Yucheng asked as he studied the name on the screen. Lin Yen was overwhelmed by the fact that this world-class tycoon was asking her about the trivial matters of an insignificant artist under a small branch company. She was overwhelmed by the favor. Lin Yen replied hastily, "Yeah, he replaced Sister Ling. After that, Sister Ling and I left the company. He must have noticed that I was popular recently, so he wanted to pull me back. I'm already working for you, Mr. Pei." Of course, I couldn't agree to it, so I rejected him. He must have done this to force me to submit. Pei Yucheng curled his lips when he heard her say that she was working for him. How do you plan to resolve this? Lin Yen replied, "Actually, it's easy to clarify this matter. Anyway, I signed with Summit Entertainment a long time ago. Think about it, I've already signed with the most impressive management company in the industry. Why would I return to a small company like Star Entertainment? Why would I let a director like him cheat on me? This doesn't make sense at all. Hence, as long as Summit Entertainment announces that I've signed with them, all the rumors will disappear." Pei Yucheng listened patiently to Lin Yan's solution. After some time, he nodded and asked, "Do you need my help?" Lin Yan replied, "Huh? Help me with what?" Pei Yucheng replied, "The official announcement." Lin Yan almost choked on her rice ball. Ahem. 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 What a joke. Pei Yucheng had to help her announce it. How was she going to announce it? Was she going to use his Weibo account, which was JM Corporation's CEO Pei Yucheng? The entire entertainment industry would be shaken. Lin Yen waved her hands frantically. "No need. Please don't." "Why?" Pei Yucheng raised his eyebrows. Why, didn't he know that in his heart? Lin Yen looked helpless. "This. How should I explain this to you? Why use a butcher's knife to kill a pig?" However, she felt that using the term butcher's knife to describe the big boss was too uncool, hence, Lin Yen racked her brains and said, "It's like using the green dragon crescent blade to slice vegetables, using the heavenly sword to peel an apple, or using the imperial jade seal to smash a walnut. No matter what, it's not suitable. How could a character like him be fit to do that? Even if you want to help me, I wouldn't be willing to use it." Pei Yucheng listened to the girl's description and the fact that she couldn't bear to part with him. He lowered his head and chuckled softly. "Did you smear honey on your lips?" Lin Yen replied earnestly, "No, I didn't. I said it from the bottom of my heart." Pei Yucheng tilted his head and smiled as he watched the girl quietly. Then, he leaned forward and inched closer to the girl. Finally, as Lin Yan's eyes widened, he planted a gentle kiss on the corner of her lips. The next second, the man's low and hoarse voice rang in her ears. "It's obviously sweet. Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit the website." Chapter 426. Lin Yen was speechless. She felt that if they continued to cohabit, she wouldn't be able to withstand the sugar-coated bullets. No. She had to calm down. She had to calm down. Lin Yan hurriedly ate a few mouthfuls of food. In the end, it worked and she calmed down. 3 days later, Meeting One's Match had been nominated for the Best Actor, Best Director, and Best Screenplay awards at the Capital City Film Festival. Lin Yan had been invited because of her role as Lin Pianruo. Usually, the guests would come in pairs. However, given Lin Yan's current situation, no one was willing to enter with her. Pei Nanxiu grinned and said, "This film is the result of everyone's hard work. Why don't we enter together?" Initially, Pei Nanxiu should have entered with Jiang Xifei, the female lead. However, since Pei Nanxiu had suggested it personally and his suggestion was reasonable, no one had any objections. Feng Anhua, who had to respect Pei Nanxiu's suggestion, chimed in immediately, "Mr. Pei is right. Let's enter together." Jiang Yiming nodded in agreement. Sure. Lin Yan knew that Pei Nanxiu was afraid that she would feel awkward. However, it wouldn't be convenient for him to accompany her. Hence, she nodded gratefully at Pei Nanxiu. Jiang Xifei's face darkened. She wanted to say something, but Feng Anhua and Jiang Yiming had already spoken up. Hence, she shut her mouth. At this time, another actress in a yellow gown, who was the supporting actress of the show, muttered unhappily, "Why did they have to send us into the show with this kind of person? Who knows how many men she has slept with? She might even have gotten this role through sleeping with her. I don't even want to stand next to her." Jiang Xifei replied gracefully, "Since Mr. Pei has said so, let's enter together." Jiang Xifei had thought things through. Why should she be angry with this woman? She was going to leave the entertainment industry soon anyway. I really don't understand why Mr. Pei always takes care of Lin Yan. That vixen is so shameless. She even tries to seduce men. The actress followed her reluctantly. Next up is the crew of Meeting One's Match. Pei Nanxiu, Lin Yan, and the others strode across the red carpet. The group of them stepped onto the stage and attracted a lot of attention. Most of them were directed at Lin Yan. After all, everyone was always more interested in gossip and gossip, especially this kind of peachy gossip. I can't believe that Lin Yan still has the guts to go out after being scolded so badly online. Isn't she always so thick-skinned? What was there to be afraid of? TSK, TSK, TSK. In order to be taken in, she even slept with her manager. She's really something. Pfft, the funniest thing is that I was rejected. How embarrassing. If it were me, I would have just left the industry. I wouldn't have the face to stay. Oh yes, I heard that the director of Star Entertainment is here today. Do you think there will be a fight later? Soon, everyone entered the venue. Meeting One's Match turned the tables and became the biggest winner. It won all the awards it was nominated for. The winner of the Best Actor award is. The MC looked at the big screen and said, "Meeting One's Match's Chen Jing. Congratulations." Chapter 427. At the same time, some classic scenes from the movie appeared on the screen. There was one scene that took up most of the time. It was the scene between Pei Nanxiu and Lin Yan. Although everyone was disdainful of Lin Yan, they couldn't deny that Lin Yan's performance in the movie had been outstanding. It was no wonder that she had become so popular. Regardless of whether it was her scenes with Wei Xiaofan or Pei Nanxiu, she had never been flirtatious. If Lin Yan had had more scenes instead of being the supporting actress, she would have won many awards. Lin Yan, who was the main character, felt conflicted as she watched this scene. That was because this scene was actually done when she was acting up and was unconsciously done. After the movie had been released, many bloggers had edited the clips and paired Lin Pianruo up with Wei Xiaofan. There were also many who supported her and Pei Nanxiu. Some cults had even edited out her scenes with Wei Xiaofan and Pei Nanxiu. They had made it seem like she was the one who had suffered the consequences of her actions. To be honest, Lin Yan found it rather thrilling. she had been so good when she had acted with Pei Nanxiu. She had almost fallen in love with herself. Soon, the award ceremony ended, and there was an interview session. Lin Yan had just stepped out of the hall and was about to walk to a corner when someone suddenly walked up to her. Lin Yan raised an eyebrow when she saw Gao Zhiwei walking toward her. She glanced at him discreetly. Gao Zhiwei looked as though he had everything under his control as he surveyed Lin Yan. Lin Yan, what do you think? 3 days have passed. Have you made up your mind? Looking at Gao Zhiwei's expression, he probably knew that she would definitely compromise. After all, unless Gao Zhiwei clarified himself, she wouldn't be able to clear her name. Lin Yan grinned. Director Gao, I think I've already told you that day at the office. I've already signed with another company. Gao Zhiwei hadn't expected Lin Yan to be so stubborn. His face darkened instantly. Lin Yan, I have already asked around. No company has signed you. I think you won't give up until you see your coffin. He had already inquired about it. Lin Yan pondered for a moment and deduced that Gao Zhiwei must have been trying to find out about 3rd or 4th tier companies. In that case, he wouldn't be able to find out anything and would assume that she hadn't signed a contract yet. Lin Yan didn't explain. Instead, she grinned and said, I really want to meet him. I just don't know, who will cry? You. Gao Zhiwei's face darkened. Fine. Lin Yan. You are very good. You forced me to do this. Don't regret it. Gao Zhiwei snorted and turned to leave. Lin Yan patted the non-existent dust off her clothes nonchalantly as she sauntered out of the room. Sister Ling had already reached an agreement with Summit Entertainment. Although Qi Sheng was unhappy with the mess she had caused, he had agreed to release a statement to prove that Lin Yan was now an artist of Summit Entertainment. Although Qi Sheng didn't make a personal appearance, it was enough for the PR department to make a statement. After the award ceremony, the artists relaxed and chatted with each other backstage while waiting for the interview. Mini Theater Lin Yan stared at herself and Pei Nanxiu in the trailer. Oh my god. I'm so good at acting. I'm about to fall in love with myself. Actually, you love me. Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit IAI. Chapter 428. I heard many praises about Lin Yan's acting in Meeting One's Match, but I didn't think much of it. Who would have thought that she would be so amazing after watching the trailer today? No wonder she has been so popular recently. A male actor exclaimed. The female actress in the yellow dress remarked scornfully, it's a pity that no matter how much she has improved and acted, her character is terrible. She seduced a married man in public. She is a disgrace to the entertainment industry. I'm embarrassed to admit that I've worked with her before. The female actress in the yellow dress was the supporting actress of Meeting One's Match. Her situation was similar to Jiang Sifei's, as Lin Yan had stolen all the limelight. Naturally, she was unhappy with Lin Yan. When she found out about Lin Yan's scandal, she was the first to gloat over her misfortune. She even reposted Gao Zhiwei's Weibo post and lamented the degeneracy of the world. She even made up a story about Lin Yan's flirting. Lin Yan was standing nearby, but the female actress didn't lower her voice at all. She seemed to be purposely letting Lin Yan hear her. Lin Yan ignored her and stood there quietly. I heard that she likes to gain popularity and create scandals. But why would she seduce a married man? Someone asked curiously. Haven't you heard about the latest gossip? What gossip? I've been filming in seclusion, so I haven't been paying attention to the news. Hey, let me tell you. She, the female actress, started gossiping to the people around her. She tugged at Jiang Sifei and said, Lin Yan has always been promiscuous when she was filming. She seduced men and attracted butterflies. Even Mr. Pei treats her differently. How shameless. If you don't believe me, you can ask Best Actress Jiang. Jiang Sifei replied awkwardly, this. I can't say for sure. However, your attitude toward Lin Yan is indeed different from how he treats other people. Even Jiang Sifei and the female actress in the yellow dress, who had been filming with Lin Yan, had confirmed their suspicions. All of them cast disgusted glances at Lin Yan. No matter how good her acting was, she would still be despicable if she had no morals. Besides, she had seduced a married man. At this moment, the reporters arrived one after another. Lin Yan and Gao Zhiwei's relationship had been a hot topic recently, so the reporters swarmed towards Lin Yan. Lin Yan was surrounded by reporters in no time. Jiang Sifei and the others watched coldly from the sidelines as they watched the drama unfold. Miss Lin Yan, what do you think about Mr. Gao Zhiwei, the director of the talent recruitment department, criticizing you? A few days ago, you went to the company to look for Mr. Gao Zhiwei in the middle of the night. Was it just as he said? You deliberately seduced him with your body in order to get the contract? May I ask if you know that Mr. Gao Zhiwei is married? Don't you think you're being immoral? Lin Yan's expression didn't change in the face of the reporter's questions. Sorry, I don't think I have a reason to do that. The reporters got even more excited when they heard Lin Yan's reply. There are witnesses and material evidence. Do you still want to deny it? Then can you please explain what the paparazzi's photos are about? Also, Ms. Qianqian from the same company has testified against you. Did everyone wrongly accuse you? Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit IAI. Chapter 429. Lin Yan chuckled mockingly as she listened to them. Witness and material evidence? There was a photo of Qianqian walking out of the company building with her agent, Zhao Hongling. Qianqian was originally Gao Zhiwei's artist, so she would naturally speak up for Gao Zhiwei. How could such a ridiculous piece of evidence be used as solid evidence? Because of the impression that she had left on the public, they were certain that she had done something like that. Gao Zhiwei was certain of this, which was why he had dared to slander her without any evidence. Suddenly, a reporter spotted Gao Zhiwei and Qianqian walking out from the back. The reporters instantly swarmed towards Gao Zhiwei and Qianqian. A reporter asked, Director Gao, Lin Yan denied your accusation on Weibo. What do you think? Gao Zhiwei glared at Lin Yan viciously and muttered, how could I accuse her of something like this? I didn't go into detail because she used to be an artist under my company. I have already given her enough face. Since she doesn't know how to repent, don't blame me. Since this B*TCH refused a toast only to be forced to drink a forfeit, she couldn't blame him for being rude. Since he couldn't have her, he would just destroy her. Details? What happened that night in detail? Hearing Gao Zhiwei's words, the reporters and the surrounding artists were even more excited. Gao Zhiwei pretended to be indignant. That night, she ran into my office in a revealing outfit and stripped naked in front of me. She begged me to take her in. She even said that even if I had a wife, she wouldn't mind. As long as I was willing to take her in, she was willing to do anything. Gao Zhiwei glanced at Lin Yan with a pitiful expression. Miss Lin Yan, have you forgotten all about this? The reporters and celebrities were in an uproar when they heard Gao Zhiwei. Oh my God! This was a shocking scandal. Lin Yan was too shameless. How could she do such a thing? Lin Yan stared at Gao Zhiwei speechlessly. It was a waste of his talent to be a manager. He should have been a scriptwriter or an actor. This ability to make up stories and be a drama queen was simply amazing. Lin Yan glanced at Gao Zhiwei unhurriedly. Director Gao, are you sure that I said those words and did those things? Gao Zhiwei said fearlessly, of course, I'm responsible for every word I say. Plus, An Qianqian was right beside me at that time. She saw your slutty behavior with her own eyes. It happened 4 days ago. In order to prove his words, Gao Zhiwei did not hesitate to throw An Qianqian into the water. Lin Yan glanced at An Qianqian. Miss An? You were there too? An Qianqian naturally had to support Gao Zhiwei now. She was certain that Lin Yan wouldn't be able to do anything to them. Hence, she said righteously, that's right. I was there. I didn't tell the public because we were colleagues. Who knew that you would deny it? Lin Yan, you're too much. Lin Yan nodded in satisfaction when she heard An Qianqian. She had no intention of dragging An Qianqian into this. Who knew that her manager would drag her into this? Hence, Lin Yan confirmed with both of them. All right then, let me ask you one last question. Why did I do that? Chapter 430. Gao Zhiwei sneered coldly. Lin Yan, you're asking the obvious. I chased you out of the company because of your bad behavior. Now, of course you want to return to Star Entertainment. Is there a problem? At this point, the reporters and artists present completely believed Gao Zhiwei's words. Gao Zhiwei wanted to seize this opportunity to make a name for himself. Hence, he turned to the crowd and said, "This concerns my reputation. How could I blabber about it? I knew that there was something wrong with her character. That's why I didn't agree to sign her even though she is popular now. Who knew that she would resort to such underhanded methods? I'm a man with a strong family background. How could I do such a thing? That's right. Lin Yan is really shameless. Does she think that everyone is as immoral as she is?" The crowd chimed in when they heard Gao Zhiwei's words. They were filled with indignation and admiration for Gao Zhiwei's character. An Qianqian's film had been nominated as well. However, she was only there to accompany Gao Zhiwei. However, Gao Zhiwei had made use of his recent hype to gain a good reputation. Many people tried to strike up a conversation with him and express their support for him. Gao Zhiwei seized the opportunity to build connections. B*TCH. Get out of the entertainment industry. Someone in the crowd berated her. Yeah. Get out of the entertainment industry. She shouldn't be allowed to spoil the culture of the entertainment industry. How could there be such a shameless person? Some of her crew members even said that she had seduced Mr. Pei. Yeah. I just heard that Mr. Pei treats her very differently. I wonder what tricks she has resorted to this time. Gao Zhiwei assumed that Lin Yan was at her wit's end when she remained silent. He stepped forward and sighed pretentiously. Actually, I'm a sentimental person. Lin Yan must have gone astray. Please don't blame her. On account of our past relationship, as long as she works hard in the future, I can sign her. Gao Zhiwei was still trying to squeeze every last bit of value out of Lin Yan. He had gotten rid of both the good and the bad guys. Just as everyone was cursing at Lin Yan, Gao Zhiwei seized the opportunity to pretend to be a good person. Suddenly, a voice rang out from the entrance. Yo! It's so lively today. Everyone subconsciously looked in the direction of the sound. It was Summit Entertainment CEO, Chu Jiayao. Chu Jiayao was being escorted by a few bodyguards. Pei Nanxiu, the best actor of the year, was walking beside him. No one had expected that the boss of Summit Entertainment would attend the film festival, and they were all excited. Chu Jiayao was a big shot in the entertainment industry. He was the boss of Summit Entertainment. Not only did he have a good eye for talent, but he also had outstanding looks. Even when he stood next to Pei Nanxiu, his aura didn't pale in comparison. Some reporters wanted to seize this opportunity to stop him and interview him. To their surprise, Chu Jiayao walked in their direction. Chu Jiayao was like a smiling tiger. His eyes lingered on Gao Zhiwei's face as he grinned. I heard that, someone is trying to poach Summit Entertainment's talent. Chapter 431. Everyone, including Gao Zhiwei, was stunned when they heard Chu Jiayao's words. For a moment, no one understood what Chu Jiayao meant. Someone was trying to poach Summit Entertainment's talent? Who would be so bold as to poach Chu Jiayao's talent? Who was the talent that Chu Jiayao was referring to? After a moment of silence, a reporter couldn't help but ask cautiously, President Chu, what do you mean by that? Who poached your talent? Chu Jiayao smiled and said, Mr. Gao Zhiwei, didn't he say it himself just now? What? Gao Zhiwei? What had Gao Zhiwei said? He had said. Gao Zhiwei looked perplexed as well. The reporters tried to recall what Gao Zhiwei had said. As long as Lin Yan behaved herself, he could sign her up. Damn it! What was Chu Jiayao trying to say? Could the talent that he was referring to be, that was impossible. He had to be crazy. How could that be possible? A second later, Chu Jiayao, who was still in disbelief, said, I'm really sorry. Miss Lin Yan signed with Summit Entertainment more than a week ago. She is now an artist of Summit Entertainment. Chu Jiayao paused for a moment before he added, Director Gao, I'm afraid it's inappropriate for you to poach my talent in front of everyone. Chu Jiayao's words once again caused a huge uproar. Almost everyone was stunned. Gao Zhiwei was dumbfounded. What? What had Chu Jiayao just said? Was there something wrong with his hearing? F***ck. What did I hear? Chu Jiayao. Chu Jiayao just said that Lin Yan is an artist of Summit Entertainment. You didn't hear wrongly. President Chu said that Lin Yan signed with Summit Entertainment more than a week ago. That can't be true. How is that possible? That's Summit Entertainment. The most impressive management company in the entertainment industry is backed by a multinational conglomerate, JM Corporation. They have strict requirements for their artists. How could Summit Entertainment sign Lin Yan? But Chu Jiayao, the CEO of Summit Entertainment, said it himself. How could it be false? Hearing this, everyone fell into a strange silence. That's right. The boss of Summit Entertainment had said it himself. How could it be false? Pei Nanxiu scanned the crowd and said, Lin Yan has indeed signed with Summit Entertainment a week ago. Her manager, Zhao Hongling, has also signed with them. The company is preparing to announce it publicly. Even award-winning actor Pei Qian had personally confirmed it. This was a done deal, it couldn't be any more certain. Actually, Lin Yan wasn't the only one who was shocked. She glanced suspiciously at Pei Nanxiu and the president of Summit Entertainment, Chu Jiayao. What was going on? Didn't they say that the PR department would make an official announcement on Weibo? Why did Chu Jiayao, the boss, and Pei Nanxiu, the best actor, personally come out to announce it? Wasn't this official announcement a little too high? Chapter 432. A reporter quipped, Rumor has it that you took special care of Lin Yan and even helped her on the red carpet today because she signed with Summit Entertainment? We're both artists from the same company, so of course we take care of them. Pei Nanxiu tacitly agreed. Everyone was speechless, everyone's eyes darted to Gao Zhiwei and Xiaofan, who were dumbfounded. Lin Yan signed with Summit Entertainment more than a week ago. Why did Gao Zhiwei claim that Lin Yan tried to seduce him to sign with Star Entertainment 4 days ago? Someone asked. Nonsense. Do you even need to ask? Gao Zhiwei must have slandered her. Otherwise, Lin Yan would have signed with Summit Entertainment. Why would she need to seduce him and beg him to join Star Entertainment? Is he out of his mind? F***ck. In the end, the truth was that Gao Zhiwei had been acting and directing by himself all along. At this moment, faced with more and more doubts, Gao Zhiwei's mind had already gone blank, and cold sweat dripped down his forehead. Lin Yan and Zhao Hongling had told him that they had signed with other companies, but he hadn't believed them. He had even investigated them personally to make sure that they hadn't signed with other companies. How could he have imagined that Lin Yan would sign with Summit Entertainment? Furthermore, she had signed with them more than a week ago. This time, no matter how he tried to explain, he wouldn't be able to clear his name. Oh my God! Who would have thought that Gao Zhiwei would look so indignant earlier on? He even said that Lin Yan had stripped naked and begged him to take her in. It turns out that he was just making up stories. Pfft! He is really good at making up stories. No wonder Lin Yan said that she had no reason to do that. She has already signed with Summit Entertainment. Why would she look for Gao Zhiwei? Gao Zhiwei's subordinate, and Qianqian, isn't she a good person either? She even tried to cover up Gao Zhiwei's lies. I understand now. Gao Zhiwei chased Lin Yan out and saw that she had become popular. Now, he wants to sign her and earn more money. However, Lin Yan refused, so he resorted to this underhanded method to twist the truth and force Lin Yan to submit. This is too shameless. That must be it. Who would have thought that Lin Yan would sign with Summit Entertainment? TSK TSK TSK. What a slap to the face. By now, Gao Zhiwei and Qianqian were the ones who couldn't explain themselves. Their evidence wasn't strong enough to begin with. Now that Summit Entertainment's boss and top artists had come out to announce it, the truth was out. Gao Zhiwei wiped his sweat away and explained anxiously, No. No. It's not like that. It's a misunderstanding. That night, Lin Yan wanted to talk to me about work. I must have misunderstood her. He had already told them how Lin Yan had seduced him. Who would believe him now that he was claiming that it was a misunderstanding? And Qianqian was filled with regret. If she had known this would happen, she would not have testified for Gao Zhiwei. In the end, she was dragged into this mess by Gao Zhiwei. If she slandered her peers like this, how was she going to survive in the industry in the future? Jiang Xifei, who had been waiting to watch the drama unfold, was even more anxious. Jiang Xifei lost control of herself and blurted out, This is impossible. How could Lin Yan sign with Summit Entertainment? Chapter 433. She was an award-winning actress, yet she had been rejected by Summit Entertainment. She had no choice but to sign with House of Millions Media, a subsidiary of Triumph Entertainment. How had Lin Yan managed to join a big company like Summit Entertainment? When Chu Jiayao heard Jiang Xifei's question, he glanced at her sharply. Although he still had a smile on his face, there was no warmth in it. Summit Entertainment doesn't have to explain its decisions to outsiders. If anyone else had said this, they would have doubted him. However, Summit Entertainment had the right to be arrogant. After all, his boss was the CEO of JM Corporation. Who was he afraid of? Chu Jiayao's words silenced everyone else's doubts. Jiang Xifei stood rooted to the ground, looking pale. She was so angry that her limbs had turned cold. Zhao Hongling and Lin Yan had both joined Summit Entertainment. This fact was enough to corrode her to the point of insanity from jealousy. In the end, this farce ended. Summit Entertainment's official Weibo account made an announcement shortly after the reporter's interview. It also announced that it reserved the right to pursue legal action against the person who had started the rumors. The netizens finally learned the truth. All of this turned out to be a self-directed and self-acted play by Gao Zhiwei to distort the truth. The public's opinion changed instantly. Those who had cursed Lin Yan started to curse Gao Zhiwei again. Some of them were shocked that Lin Yan had joined Summit Entertainment. I didn't expect this to be the truth. How could Gao Zhiwei be so shameless? Actually, there wasn't any concrete evidence. Gao Zhiwei and his artists had spread rumors without any proof. In the end, everyone believed them without a second thought. Lin Yan is really unlucky this time. If she hadn't signed with Summit Entertainment, she wouldn't have been able to clear her name. Let's stand on Lin Yan's side this time. Regardless of what people have said about her, she has indeed been wrongly accused this time. For a female artist, this kind of accusation was simply trying to ruin her. If you can't get her, you'll destroy her? That's too scary. At the same time, in a luxurious villa in the capital city, Lin Shuya had also received the news. Clang! She threw the cup in her hand onto the ground forcefully. Lin Yan has signed with Summit Entertainment? How is that possible? Initially, Lin Shuya hadn't even bothered to make a move. She had been certain that Gao Zhiwei would deal with Lin Yan, so she had been waiting for them to fight. All she needed to do was add fuel to the fire. Who would have thought that Lin Yan would sign with Summit Entertainment without anyone knowing? It would have been fine if it had been any other company, but it had to be Summit Entertainment. No matter how powerful Triumph Entertainment was, it couldn't be compared to Summit Entertainment. Chapter 434. After the interview, Lin Yan thanked Pei Nanxiu and Chu Jiayao. You're welcome. She's our artist. Of course, we have to protect her. Chu Jiayao, who didn't put on any airs, surveyed Lin Yan curiously. Oh yeah, Miss Lin. Are you very close to Nanxiu? Chu Jiayao was really curious about Lin Yan and Pei Nanxiu's relationship. Hence, he seized the opportunity to gossip. Lin Yan hadn't expected her boss to be so down-to-earth. She didn't know how to answer him. Pei Nanxiu looked helpless. President Chu, didn't I tell you that we're just friends? We're just friends. I recommended Lin Yan to you because I think she's capable. Chu Jiayao clicked his tongue, looking as though he didn't believe him. Do you think this is the first time I've met you? You've never asked about the company's affairs. This is the first time you've recommended an artist to me. There must be something fishy going on. Chu Jiayao looked certain. Pei Nanxiu exchanged a helpless glance with Lin Yan. At this rate, Chu Jiayao's thoughts would get even more twisted. Sure enough, the next second, Chu Jiayao squinted his eyes and asked, in front of me, the boss, you two better tell me the truth. Are you two dating or not? Pfft. Lin Yan was almost scared to death. She and Pei Nanxiu were dating? How could that be possible? Pei Nanxiu was speechless as well. President Chu, no. It's not what you think, Lin Yan chimed in, how could that be? There's absolutely nothing like that. Chu Jiayao's eyes darted back and forth between them. If you're not dating, why would Nanxiu be so protective of you? Although he seems gentle, he would never cross the line, especially when it comes to female artists. Lin Yan was speechless. Lin Yan could tell that Chu Jiayao wasn't just a gossipy old fox. He wasn't easy to fool. In order to prevent him from making more dangerous guesses, Lin Yan said, I'm actually related to Mr. Pei. You're related? Chu Jiayao was startled. Why didn't I know that the Pei family had a relative like you? It wasn't that Chu Jiayao looked down on Lin Yan, but the Pei family couldn't possibly have a relative like her. Lin Yan coughed softly and explained in the same way she had with Duo, he's a distant relative who isn't related by blood. Mr. Pei is a kind person, so he was willing to help me. Chu Jiayao narrowed his eyes. I'll take that as the truth. Then why didn't Nanxiu help you before? Why wait until now? Lin Yan was rendered speechless as she muttered under her breath. That was because she had recently fallen in love with Pei Nanxiu's big brother. That was why they had become relatives. Pei Nanxiu didn't know whether to laugh or cry when he heard Lin Yan's muttering. There was nothing wrong with Lin Yan's words. What did you say? Chu Jiayao hadn't heard Lin Yan. Lin Yan hastily replied, nothing, nothing. I mean, I'm telling the truth. I would never dare lie to you, President Chu. If I'm lying, may I be struck by lightning. Chu Jiayao rubbed his chin. Really, Pei Nanxiu interrupted Chu Jiayao helplessly and told Lin Yan, you can go back now. Oh, okay. I'll get going then. Lin Yan hurriedly left before Chu Jiayao could continue asking questions. Chapter 435. She wasn't sure if Pei Nanxiu and Pei Yutong had found their conscience after seeing the picture she had posted in the group chat, but for the first time, they had appeared at dinner together. Lin Yan was surprised. Dad, I'm home. Aren't you touched? Pei Yutong inched closer to Lin Yan, eager to claim credit. Pei Nanxiu was used to Pei Yutong calling Lin Yan Dad whenever Big Brother wasn't around. He shook his head helplessly and chuckled. Lin Yan rolled her eyes at Pei Yutong. Why would I be touched? If you're so capable, come back and have dinner with your brother every day. Pei Yutong chuckled dryly. How could I do that? After all, I'm a runaway. This isn't appropriate. I think second brother is more suitable. Pei Nanxiu hadn't expected that he would be betrayed by his own brother. He looked rather speechless. He was about to speak when he heard footsteps outside. Pei Yucheng had returned. Lin Yan hurried over to welcome him. She took his coat from him and asked, Mr. Pei, did you get off work so early today? Yeah. Have you settled the matter? Pei Yucheng lowered his head and kissed Lin Yan's forehead. Lin Yan was dumbfounded. This was simply like a pair of newlyweds. A husband would kiss his wife when he was home. Lin Yan, who was frightened by her own thoughts, hurriedly pretended to be nonchalant. She forced herself to remain calm and replied, Yeah. I didn't expect the boss of Summit Entertainment to speak up for me. Mr. Pei also explained the situation to the reporters. Pei Yucheng nodded. That's good. Lin Yan glanced at Pei Yucheng, who seemed to have expected this. Ahem. Mr. Pei, did you arrange this? Pei Nanxiu, who overheard their conversation, explained, Big Brother did ask me to do this. I happened to be there, so I asked President Chu to accompany me. Lin Yan muttered, That's true, why? Are you not satisfied? Pei Yucheng chuckled. Didn't you think that my announcement was too high? Lin Yan was speechless. Was that why he was so considerate as to lower the standard for her? However, it was still too high, okay? How could a small artist like her be personally announced by the company's boss? What's more, Pei Nanxiu was a top celebrity in the entertainment industry. Alright. For a big boss, this was probably considered very low in his eyes. No. I'm satisfied. Very satisfied. Lin Yan replied meekly, Thank you, Mr. Pei. Thank you so much. Pei Yucheng narrowed his eyes when he heard her address him. Miss Lin, the way you address me doesn't seem to be very familiar. Lin Yan was taken aback. That seemed to be the case. She had always addressed him politely. Pei Yutong picked up the apple on the table and munched on it as he said, That's right. I wanted to say that big sister-in-law is really weird. Lin Yan glared at Pei Yutong and scratched her head. She glanced at Pei Yucheng and said, I'm used to it. I can't change it. If I call you by your name, it would be disrespectful. Chapter 436. Lin Yan instinctively called him you again. She tried to imagine herself calling Pei Yucheng by his nickname. Yucheng? Acheng? F***ck. She couldn't call him that. It was too mushy. Lin Yan, who was a straightforward girl, couldn't bring herself to call him that. Big brother can't wait for you to be disrespectful to him. Pei Yutong muttered. Lin Yan was speechless. Could this kid shut up? Lin Yan's eyes darted around as she grinned at Pei Yucheng. Mr. Pei, actually, I think it's good to address you as you. Pei Yucheng raised his eyebrows and glanced at the girl. Oh? Why do you say that, Miss Lin? Lin Yan coughed softly and explained slowly, the meaning of the word, you, is that, you're in my heart. Pei Yucheng was speechless, Pei Nanxiu was speechless, Pei Yutong was speechless. You're in my heart. The girl's clear voice was like the purest jade that gently knocked on Pei Yucheng's heart. In an instant, Pei Yucheng felt as though the entire world was melting in front of him. The hue, which had been a distance between them, had suddenly become charming and gentle. Pei Yucheng seemed startled for a moment before he smiled helplessly and gazed at the girl. Miss Lin, you're really good at coaxing people. Lin Yan blushed instantly. How could she be good at it? He was the one who had flirted with her without a care for his life. Pei Yutong nodded vigorously when he heard his big brother. Big sister-in-law was really good at coaxing people. That level of skill was simply like a lotus flower on the tongue. He simply gasped in amazement and prostrated himself in worship. The next morning, Lin Yan woke up naturally. Everything had been resolved, so she could finally relax for a while. She would just have to wait for Sister Ling's work arrangements. Lin Yan had just finished washing up when Pei Yutong's voice came from outside. Daddy, are you there? Daddy. The door isn't locked, replied Lin Yan. Pei Yutong pushed the door open and strode in. Pei Yutong was different from usual. He looked as though he had been injected with adrenaline, and his eyes gleamed with excitement. Why are you so excited? Did the team win? Lin Yan sat on the couch and glanced at Pei Yutong. The team? Pei Yutong was startled when he heard Lin Yan. He snapped back to his senses and shook his head hastily. I didn't win. My team did participate in a few competitions, but we lost more than we won. Oh yeah, my team competed against the He family team and won. Lin Yan was speechless. Could he not emphasize that they had beaten the He family team? Wasn't it a given that they had beaten the He family team? However, Lin Yan wasn't too worried about the He family team. The He family team had managed to attract a lot of sponsors and investments. Their equipment had also been upgraded. I'm not here to talk to you about winning against the He family team. Pei Yutong surveyed his surroundings before he approached Lin Yan with a mysterious look on his face. Sister-in-law, please don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. Pei Yutong said cautiously. Sister-in-law, please don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. Pei Yutong said cautiously. Why are you being so mysterious? Lin Yan's curiosity was piqued by Pei Yutong. Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit IAI. Chapter 437. No, you have to promise me that you won't tell anyone. Otherwise, the consequences will be unimaginable. Pei Yutong quipped. Then don't tell me. Lin Yan shrugged nonchalantly. Pei Yutong was startled when he heard Lin Yan. He hadn't expected that Lin Yan would be so unconventional. Sister-in-law, why are you like this? Forget it. I'll tell you. Pei Yutong inched closer to Lin Yan. Hurry up and say it. Lin Yan sounded impatient. Sister-in-law, you're considered a legend in the racing industry. You should know the racetrack's Grim Reaper, right? Pei Yutong muttered softly. Lin Yan hadn't expected Pei Yutong to mention Yeva all of a sudden. What did Pei Yutong's words have to do with Yeva? I've heard of her. Why? Lin Yan nodded. Sister-in-law, let me tell you something. The racetrack's Grim Reaper, Yeva, is the defending champion of the first level of the international competition. She used to compete at the pinnacle of the competition. Lang Mang and Butcher were all taught by Yeva. Pei Yutong looked as though he was about to tell her everything. The corners of Lin Yan's mouth twitched as she interrupted him hastily. I know all that. What are you trying to say? Sister-in-law, the racetrack's Grim Reaper has been retired for some time. There hasn't been any news about her. Aren't you curious about where she went after she retired? Pei Yutong stared intently at Lin Yan. Lin Yan felt a little guilty when Pei Yutong sized her up. Could this kid have discovered her identity? That shouldn't be the case. When had she exposed herself? Could Qi Xiaoyuan have told her? Where? Lin Yan asked softly. Ha ha ha. Sister-in-law, let me tell you a piece of breaking news. The racetrack's Grim Reaper has appeared. She's right in front of you. Pei Yutong exclaimed excitedly. Lin Yan sighed heavily when she heard Pei Yutong. Indeed, she had been exposed. However, how had Pei Yutong discovered her identity? How did you know? Who told you? Lin Yan frowned as she stared at Pei Yutong. It's a friend from my circle, replied Pei Yutong after a moment of silence. Is Qi Xiaoyuan your friend? Asked Lin Yan. Qi Xiaoyuan? Pei Yutong looked confused. Who? Huh? It's not Qi Xiaoyuan. Qi Xiaoyuan was the only one who knew about her identity. However, if Qi Xiaoyuan hadn't betrayed her, who else could it be? Had someone else found out about her identity and told Pei Yutong? Sister-in-law, let me tell you the truth. My friend and I have been invited to attend a private banquet in 3 days. The racetrack's Grim Reaper, Yeva, is currently in the capital city. However, she doesn't appear in public. Hence, only the elites of our circle know about this. Pei Yutong replied. Huh? Lin Yan was confused. She had misunderstood. The racetrack's Grim Reaper wasn't referring to her, but someone else. I think I understand what you're trying to say. Lin Yan glanced at Pei Yutong and replied slowly, You're saying that the elites of our circle have invited the racetrack's Grim Reaper to attend a private banquet? Chapter 438. Pei Yutong nodded eagerly. Yeah, you're right. Sister-in-law, you're so smart. That's exactly what I meant. Although Pei Yutong was extremely excited, Lin Yan had fallen silent. The other racetrack's Grim Reaper, if the racetrack's Grim Reaper was someone else, who was she? F***ck, there's actually an imposter who came to Hua Nation to impersonate me. Wasn't she belittling her? Even if she had retired, how could anyone impersonate her? Sister-in-law, I'm really excited. Do you know that the racetrack's Grim Reaper is my idol? Sister-in-law, have you watched the first level of the international competition? Yeva is really dashing and suave. She can dominate the first level of the international competition just by lying down. I would rather my team lose 10 more races just to meet her. Pei Yutong was getting more excited as he spoke. Pei Yutong continued and Lin Yan remained silent. Sister-in-law, are you interested? Do you want to meet the racetrack's Grim Reaper with me? This is an opportunity that many people would kill to get. No matter how much money they spend, they won't be able to get in. Where is the private banquet being held? Asked Lin Yan. It hasn't been decided yet. They will inform me when they receive any news. I think the person who invited the racetrack's Grim Reaper is an actress. Lin Shuya. She is the one who organized this private banquet and invited many famous racers. Pei Yutong pondered this for a moment before he replied. Lin Shuya. Lin Yan's face darkened when she heard Pei Yutong. Lin Shuya had caused her to be banned from competing years ago. However, Lin Shuya hadn't known that she was Yeva. Besides, Lin Shuya wasn't familiar with the racing industry. She only knew that she was a professional racer. This time, Lin Shuya had invited Yeva, which was interesting. Others might not be aware, but Lin Yan knew that the Yeva that Lin Shuya had invited had to be an imposter. Lin Yan had guessed that Lin Shuya had purposely found a fake Yeva so that she could land the role of Yeva in legend. However, on second thought, she realized that it wasn't realistic. No matter what, Lin Shuya was a reputable figure in the entertainment industry. If he found a fake Yeva, it would be too risky. The consequences would be dire if it was exposed. However, it was possible that Lin Shuya had been deceived by Yeva's imposter. Of course, it had nothing to do with her whether Lin Shuya had been deceived or not. However, she couldn't tolerate the fact that someone had impersonated her and used her name to deceive others. Before he could respond, Lin Yan's phone rang. Pei Yutong said, "Sister-in-law, think about it. If you want to go, let me know. I'll see if I can get another spot." Pei Yutong immediately slipped away. Lin Yan ignored him and glanced at the caller ID. ZH1, Z God. Lin Yan answered God Z's call without hesitation. "Is this Miss Lin?" God Z's voice came through the phone. "Yes, it's me," replied Lin Yan. "Miss Lin, are you free this afternoon? Let's go for a cup of coffee." God Z had suddenly called to invite her out for a cup of coffee. "God Z, is there something important?" Lin Yan got straight to the point. God Z's laughter could be heard from the other end of the line. "Indeed, it's about a legendary figure in the racing industry." "Which coffee shop?" Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit IAI. Chapter 439. Before long, Lin Yan received God Z's address. Since it was still early, Lin Yan browsed through her phone. No media had reported that Yeva had appeared in the capital city yet. It seemed like Pei Yutong was right. Only a few people in the industry knew about Yeva's appearance. Since she had assumed someone else's identity, she naturally had to keep a low profile. Lin Yan had never revealed her identity to outsiders or given interviews to the media. Yet, they had managed to find a loophole. In the afternoon, Lin Yan headed to the cafe where she had agreed to meet God Z. Lin Yan pushed the door open and entered a private room. There were around a dozen ZH1 members in the room. It seemed like all of them were present. Miss Lin, God Z, Mumu, and the others stood up to greet Lin Yan. Lin Yan glanced at God Z and asked, "Is this about Yeva?" The ZH1 members were taken aback when they heard Lin Yan. God Z asked in surprise, "How did you know, Miss Lin?" Indeed, Lin Yan's racing skills were top-notch in the country. However, she was still a member of the He family team. A team like the He family team wouldn't be able to interact with the higher-ups of the racing industry, let alone be invited. Hence, the ZH1 members were surprised that Lin Yan knew about Yeva. "Pei Yutong told me," Lin Yan explained. "I see." God Z nodded. Lin Yan and Pei Yutong were close, and the ZH1 members knew that. It wouldn't be strange if Pei Yutong had told Lin Yan. "Miss Lin, so you already know about it." God Z glanced at Lin Yan and chuckled softly. "To be honest, we were shocked when we first heard the news. Miss Lin, you should know about the racetrack's Grim Reaper. She is considered a legend in the racing industry. Yeva retired temporarily due to her health issues. I didn't expect that she would appear in the capital city. We were even invited." Mumu's eyes gleamed with excitement. Lin Yan sighed inwardly as she studied the ZH1 members' expressions. It seemed like that imposter had some tricks up her sleeves. Otherwise, a top team like ZH1 wouldn't have believed her so easily. Of course I know Yeva. Lin Yen grinned. Miss Lin, are you interested in attending the private dinner in a few days? God Z asked Lin Yen. Sure. I happen to be free during this period. It would be great if I could broaden my horizons. Lin Yen nodded with a smile. This private banquet was related to Lin Shuya, so Lin Shuya naturally wouldn't invite him. However, given Pei Yutong's relationship with ZH1, it shouldn't be a problem for her to attend. By the way, I haven't had the time to thank Miss Lin. God Z stood up and stared at Lin Yen intently. Miss Lin, you're ZH1's benefactor. If it hadn't been for you, our team would have been in trouble, replied God Z. Lin Yen understood that God Z was referring to the competition with WW. You're welcome. It was nothing, replied Lin Yen. God Z, Mumu, the ZH1 members were speechless. WW was a formidable opponent to them, yet Lin Yen had said that it was a piece of cake. However, it was true that Lin Yen had crushed WW's performance on the track. Given Lin Yan's racing skills, she would definitely be able to become one of the top teams in the country if she trained well. She might even have a chance of entering the third level of the international competition. Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit IAI. Chapter 440. After the ZH1 members left, Qi Xiaoyuan called Lin Yen. Lin Yen didn't think too much about it as she answered his call. The moment Lin Yen answered, Qi Xiaoyuan's excited voice rang out. Goddess! My idol! You picked up my call. Oh my god! Am I dreaming? Although Qi Xiaoyuan had Lin Yan's contact number, he hadn't dared to contact her. To Qi Xiaoyuan, Lin Yen was an ethereal idol who should only appear at the top international competitions. He, on the other hand, was a fanatic who had been cheering for Yeva. Hence, he would usually think twice about talking to his idol. Boss, is that really you? Am I dreaming? Lin Yen was speechless. Boss. Boss, say something. Why don't you calm down first? Asked Lin Yen. Okay, boss. Please don't hang up. Give me a few seconds. As expected, there was no sound from the other end of the phone. A few seconds later, Qi Xiaoyuan's voice rang out again. Boss. Boss. Can I see you? I have an urgent matter to report to you. Lin Yen glanced at the desserts and drinks in the room. She hadn't touched them earlier because she had been discussing the private dinner with ZH1. I'm at the Lu Ding Cafe in the North City. I'll treat you to coffee. Lin Yen glanced at the desserts on the table. And desserts, wow. Really? Oh my god. If this is a dream, please let me never wake up. Boss, wait for me. I'll be there in a minute. Qi Xiaoyuan had helped her a lot earlier, so she would treat this table of food as a gift to him. Not long after Qi Xiaoyuan hung up the phone, Qi Xiaoyuan pushed open the door and rushed into the private room. Boss. Qi Xiaoyuan was as excited as a child when he saw Lin Yen. Have a seat. Lin Yen gestured to an empty seat. Boss, you're too extravagant. You ordered so much food, and even got a private room. Boss, do you really dote on your fans? Qi Xiaoyuan eyed Lin Yen as he sat down. Oh yeah. Thank you for helping me last time. Lin Yen grinned at Qi Xiaoyuan. If it weren't for Qi Xiaoyuan, she would have been exposed. Boss, look at what you're saying. I'm your #1 diehard VIP fan. I know your style. You never reveal your identity in front of outsiders, and you never accept interviews from the media. Besides, it was really a piece of cake last time. There's nothing more to say. Qi Xiaoyuan said. Qi Xiaoyuan behaved in a completely different manner when he was with Wei Shufeng. In front of Lin Yan, he had transformed from a mature and venomous man to a helpless child. By the way, boss, I want to tell you something shocking. At that moment, Qi Xiaoyuan's excited expression had disappeared. Anger was written all over his face. Boss, do you know that there's AF** king bastard who has the gall to impersonate you, boss? Lin Yan was startled when she heard him. Over the phone, Qi Xiaoyuan had said that he had something urgent to report to her. She hadn't expected that it would be about Yeva. Lin Yan couldn't help but study Qi Xiaoyuan. When they had first met, she had assumed that Qi Xiaoyuan was just an official of a competition. However, she had discovered that Qi Xiaoyuan and Wei Shufeng had appeared in the VIP room. She was afraid that this official's identity wasn't as simple as it seemed. Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit IAI. Chapter 441. I don't know which son of AB*TCH dared to impersonate you, boss. Her family's ancestral grave was dug up. She did such a heartless thing. Does she think she's a chameleon? She can change into whatever color she wants. Lin Yan couldn't help but sigh at Qi Xiaoyuan's indignant expression. This was what a true fan was like. No, I have to expose this. I want the media to judge her. How dare she impersonate Yeva? How dare her grandfather criticize her for playing chess? How dare her mother buy groceries at a higher price? How dare her father dance at a public square? How dare her mother find out? Lin Yan was speechless. What a ruthless person. Calm down, Lin Yan glanced at Qi Xiaoyuan. She knew that someone was impersonating Yeva. Boss, I'm very calm, replied Qi Xiaoyuan. Lin Yan was speechless. If he was calm, what would happen if he wasn't? My identity is a secret between the two of us. You can't tell anyone. Lin Yan whispered softly. Qi Xiaoyuan slumped against his chair when he heard Lin Yan. This is a secret with boss. Oh my god. I actually have a secret with boss. The corners of Lin Yan's mouth twitched. Why did it sound so strange to hear him say that? Boss, don't worry. I won't tell anyone. However, how should we deal with the imposter? Qi Xiaoyuan sipped his coffee as he asked Lin Yan. Lin Yan asked Qi Xiaoyuan about the imposter. However, Qi Xiaoyuan didn't know anything either. He had no idea what had happened. Qi Xiaoyuan had heard about it from Wei Shufeng before he had received an invitation to a private banquet. However, he wasn't sure where the imposter had come from. It was already evening when she left the cafe. Lin Yan didn't think too much about the imposter. Anyway, she would follow ZH1 and Pei Yutong to the banquet in a few days. Lin Yan hailed a cab and headed to the He family's mansion. Ever since Lin Yan had defeated WW, the He family team's status had soared. Recently, they had attracted a lot of sponsors and investments. However, the He family team had lost to another team in the past few days. They hadn't won a single race. Lin Yan knocked on the door of the old mansion. He Lufeng opened the door and was pleasantly surprised to see Lin Yan. Sister Yan, you're finally here. He Lufeng had called Lin Yan a few times in the past few days, but Lin Yan had been busy, so she hadn't answered. Lin Yan was startled when she saw He Lufeng's expression. She walked into the old mansion with a puzzled expression. There were about a dozen people in the mansion. They were the He family team's navigators and racers. However, the members of the He family team were frowning and sighing in frustration. Yan's here. When He Dingkuan saw Lin Yan, he hurried out of the room. Lin Yan nodded at He Dingkuan. Why didn't you tell me that you were coming? Have you had dinner? He Dinkuan asked. Grandfather, I've eaten. Did something happen to the team? Lin Yen asked curiously, sensing that something was amiss. Logically speaking, the He family team's reputation had soared after they had won against WW. They had also attracted sponsors and investments. Logically speaking, they should have a bright future ahead of them, so there shouldn't be any problems. Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit IAI. Chapter 442. Before He Dinkuan could respond, He Lifeng strode forward with a worried expression on his face. Sister Yen, nothing happened. Don't worry. The corners of Lin Yan's mouth twitched when she heard He Lifeng. If nothing had happened, could he have changed his expression? He Lifeng, the team is about to disband. How can you lie to your conscience? One of the navigators glanced at He Lifeng. For some reason, Lin Yen realized that ever since she had joined the He family, every member of the He family team had been glaring at her with disgust and disgust. Exactly. Just tell her the truth. There's no need to be so secretive. After all, why would you be afraid of others finding out about what you did? Lin Yen was perplexed as she listened to the He family team. Had something happened to the He family team? And it had something to do with her? Shut up. He Lifeng frowned. This has nothing to do with Sister Yen. If it hadn't been for Sister Yen, the He family team would have disbanded a long time ago. Haha. Even if it was disbanded, it would have been done in an open and above-board manner. Look at her now. She did something so despicable and made all the members of the He family team take the blame. You guys. He Lifeng gritted his teeth, but he didn't know how to deal with everyone's comments. Xiaofan, what happened? Lin Yan's eyes trailed to He Lifeng as she asked. He Lifeng fell silent for a long time before he sighed and glanced at Lin Yen helplessly. Sister Yen, it's because of the competition between the He family team and WW, Lin Yen couldn't understand. Hadn't the He family team and WW team won the competition? What else was there to say? Haha. Lin Yen, how dare you ask? It's all because the two of you colluded to fix the competition. ZH1 and WW didn't suffer any losses. In the end, we have to bear all the pressure. Qing Li, who had been silent all this while, looked at Lin Yen with disdain in his eyes as he sneered coldly. He Dinkuan frowned at Qing Li's words. That's enough. I'll think of a way to deal with it. Deal with? Qing Li shifted his gaze from Lin Yen to He Dinkuan. Old master, how should we deal with this? Lin Yen is your granddaughter, so of course you'll side with her. Besides, she isn't a racer and doesn't rely on racing to make a living. Of course, she doesn't care. However, all of us will be accused of rigging the competition. Even if the He family team disbanded, which team would dare to hire us? Many members of the He family team agreed with Qing Li's words. Old master, Qing Li is right. If your granddaughter hadn't colluded with someone else to fix the competition, the He family team wouldn't have ended up like this. That's right. If we had known earlier, we would have disbanded the He family team. Now, our careers have been ruined. Lin Yen, you're a member of the He family and the old master's biological granddaughter. How could you treat the He family team and the old master this way? Has your conscience been eaten by a dog? Chapter 443. Have you had enough? If you want to leave the He family team, just leave. Sister Yen doesn't owe you anything. Even if the competition was rigged, it has nothing to do with you. He Lifeng's face was red as he bellowed at the He family team. So what if the competition was rigged? What did it have to do with them? They were weak, so no other team had been willing to accept them. That was their own problem. How could they blame others for it? Xiaofan, what happened? Lin Yan glanced at He Lifeng expressionlessly. Lin Yan knew very well whether the competition with WW had been rigged or not. If she had to compete against a team like WW, she might as well give up racing for the rest of her life. That would be an insult to her, as well as to the racing industry. Of course, Lin Yan couldn't be bothered to explain herself to the He family team. Sister Yan. Actually, there were some doubts in the industry at first. They said that the He family team couldn't have beaten WW. There must be something fishy about the result. Furthermore, WW's huge fan base has been stirred up, so the officials have started to investigate, He Lifeng explained softly to Lin Yan. Lin Yan fell into deep thought when she heard him. Actually, Lin Yan wasn't surprised by this outcome. If she had to put herself in their shoes, she wouldn't have believed it either if an ordinary, low-level team had suddenly won against a top team in the international competition. After all, no one knew who she was. Hence, Sister Ling had wanted to use this incident to salvage her reputation. However, after much consideration, Lin Yan decided not to drag racing into the entertainment industry. Sister Yan, someone has uploaded the video of our race against WW. Many famous celebrities have analyzed the video frame by frame. In the end, Sister Yan, your performance wasn't a race. It was just a show. He Lifeng quipped. Lin Yan fell into deep thought. Indeed, she had never taken WW seriously. Her competition with WW on the track was indeed a show. Hence, many people, including the organizers, believe that Sister Yan isn't a good racer. You merely won against WW. Frankly speaking, you colluded with WW and ZH1 to fix the race. He Lifeng sighed heavily. If he hadn't witnessed Lin Yan's driving skills, he would have doubted her. WW was one of the top teams in the country. Although it wasn't the best, it was considered a top team. How could someone like Lin Yan, who wasn't even a professional racer, defeat the entire team? Many people in the industry are speculating that Sister Yan is an actress. Perhaps you have colluded with WW and ZH1 to fake the competition to increase your popularity. Lin Yan's eyes remained impassive as she listened to He Lifeng. The most infuriating thing is that WW hasn't responded to these accusations. It's as though they've admitted it. Now, all the criticism is directed at the He family team. Out of the 3 sponsors that we had, 2 of them have left. The investors are hesitating and are preparing to withdraw their funds. He Lifeng added. I understand. Lin Yan nodded slightly. WW's silence was within Lin Yan's expectations. Think about it. A top team like WW had already lost to an unknown, low-level team. They had already lost all their face. For mobile users, please browse the web for a better reading experience. Chapter 444. Now that there were accusations of match fixing, WW couldn't wait for it to happen. Besides, the He family team had lost a few races in a row. They had already been accused of rigging the competition. All WW had to do was to keep quiet. They wouldn't admit that they had rigged the competition, nor would they deny that they had done so. This was akin to a fig leaf for WW. I knew it. How could she possibly be so capable? How could she have defeated WW alone? That's impossible. After all, she had colluded with them to fix the competition. She wanted to raise her reputation in the entertainment industry and throw the He family team into a pit of fire. The navigator of the He family glared at Lin Yan with a dark expression on his face. Miss Lin Yan, if you were that capable, would you still be in the entertainment industry? Qing Li sneered coldly. Lin Yan ignored their sarcasm. Racers and navigators at their level weren't worth arguing with. Her priority now was to solve the problem. No one would believe her even if she tried to explain herself. If someone said that she wasn't capable, there was no need to argue with them. All she had to do was prove herself with her actions. That was all. Sister Yen, the officials haven't exposed the rumor that the competition was rigged yet. If they make an official statement one day, our team will be doomed. He Lifeng quipped. Grandfather, are there any more competitions? Lin Yan's eyes trailed to He Dinkuan. He Dinkuan nodded and replied, there are still a few small competitions. The He family team was still considered a junior team. Hence, the competitions they competed in were of the same level. The He family team can't continue to lose. Lin Yan pondered this for some time before she spoke up. Given the He family team's current standard, even if they didn't accuse them of rigging the competition, they wouldn't be able to get any sponsors or investments if they continued to lose. Sister Yen, we want to win too. However, we aren't as good as the other teams. Even though we have similar equipment, it will be difficult for us to win. He Lifeng sighed heavily. Lin Yan was well aware of the He family team's racing standards. It would be too much for them to win based on their own abilities. However, the He family team had to change no matter what. Otherwise, it would disband sooner or later. If one's physical strength was insufficient, then they could only replace the hardware. They had to replace all the He family racers who weren't strong enough. The He family team needed fresh blood. Lin Yan had already come up with a plan. Late at night, only Lin Yan, He Dinkuan, and He Lifeng were left in He Dinkuan's room. Sister Yen, what did you say? Did you replace all the members of the He family team? He Lifeng looked puzzled. If a team doesn't have the ability to control the racetrack, no matter how famous the He family team is, it will only end up being eliminated by other teams. What's the point? Quipped Lin Yan. Actually, He Lifeng and He Dinkuan knew what Lin Yan was talking about. But where could they get a group of capable players? Besides, they didn't have such a huge amount of funds. Even if they did, if they were really capable, why would they join a small team like the He family team? Lin Yan replied slowly, no one would reject the opportunity to stand at the top of the world. The top of the world? Old Master He Dinkuan and He Lifeng were taken aback, as they couldn't understand Lin Yan at all. Sister Yen, where is the top of the world? Don't tell me you're talking about the He family. He Lifeng looked awkward. If the He family team was at the top of the world, then the world would be a tragic sight. I'm at the top of the world, replied Lin Yan nonchalantly. Mobile users, please browse and read. Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit IAI. Chapter 445. After Lin Yan left, He Dinkuan sighed heavily and turned to He Lifeng. Xiaofan, don't talk to Sister Yen about the He family team in the future. You will only add to her worries. Sister Yen has her own problems to deal with. He Dinkuan had treated Lin Yan's suggestion of replacing the He family team as a joke. Putting himself in their shoes, he was now a young and capable racer. No matter how much money he was offered, he wouldn't join a junior racer team that had no reputation and no future. It was tantamount to burying his professional youth. Grandfather, what about us? He Lifeng frowned. However, at that moment, Grandpa Sheng fell silent and lit up the cigarette that he had quit for a long time. Xiaofan. Racing has always been my dream. It has become an obsession. However, after so many years, I've suffered defeat and felt helpless. I'm not young anymore. I've been dreaming my whole life. Perhaps I've been dreaming wrongly. He Lufeng felt a little upset as he watched the old master's lonely back view. He Lufeng knew what racing meant to his grandfather. He had held on to this dream his whole life and had paid a huge price for it. It was an indispensable part of his grandfather's life. However, what had destroyed his grandfather wasn't the suspicion of rigging. It was the hopelessness of the He family team. He Lufeng could still vividly remember how his grandfather had humbly begged the organizers to sponsor and invest in the He family team. All for the continuation of the He family team. However, if the despair on the racetrack was the only thing he wanted, he might as well bury everything in the ground. Perhaps dreams weren't something he should have at his age. At Cloud Manor, the lights were off in Lin Yan's room. There was only a faint glow on the computer screen. Cries of surprise and excitement could be heard from the computer. The screen was showing the career of the racetrack's Grim Reaper. She won. This unknown newcomer defeated the king of the first level of the international competition. GD is the new king. Her name is Yeva. In an instant, Yeva's racing scenes flashed across the screen. Before long, it was Yeva's first failure. Apex tournament, this person has created countless miracles. He led the WZ team to the top, defeated GD, and ushered in the new king of the tournament. However, Yeva and her team, WZ, had met the end of their reign in the tournament. On the computer, it was clearly visible. The trophy was taken away. Yeva stood below the stage, trembling slightly as she stared at it. What followed was the fall of the new king into the abyss. She once swore that she would enter the pinnacle of the competition and obtain the trophy that belonged to her. Ever since she had been banned from competing, her passion for racing had been sealed. However, the regret he had for the tournament of the Apex had never disappeared. After some time, Lin Yan switched off her computer. The He family team was too important to her grandfather. She wouldn't give it up. However, she couldn't represent the He family team in every race. Since that was the case, perhaps she could choose a new group of teammates for herself. Just like his close team in the first league, WZ. Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit IAI. Chapter 446. Early the next morning, Lin Yan was woken up by Pei Yutong's call. "Sister-in-law, are you awake? I'll go to your room later. I'm hanging up now." Pei Yutong hung up hastily before Lin Yan could respond. Lin Yan rubbed her half-opened eyes as she stared at the phone with an odd expression on her face. Pei Yutong rushed to Lin Yan's room excitedly. "Sister-in-law, have you had breakfast?" Pei Yutong sat on the couch casually as he glanced at Lin Yan, who had just finished washing up. Lin Yan shook her head. "What do you think?" "That's not important." Pei Yutong grinned. Lin Yan was dumbfounded. What was the point of this kid asking her if she had eaten breakfast? "Sister-in-law, did you know that I confirmed yesterday that the racetrack's Grim Reaper, Yeva, has really come to the country? A few executives have seen her before. I heard that she is very beautiful and elegant." Pei Yutong gazed at Lin Yan excitedly. "Has the date of the private dinner been confirmed?" asked Lin Yan. Pei Yutong shook his head. "It hasn't been decided yet, but it should be happening in the next few days. The top teams in the country will also be competing. I heard that they will be asking Yeva for advice on how to run a lap on the track. I wonder which team will be so lucky." Actually, Lin Yan couldn't figure out why someone would impersonate her. What was their motive? "Is it for free?" asked Lin Yan casually. "Sister-in-law, how could it be for free? Those people have already paid an exorbitant price to invite Yeva to the country. I reckon that they would have to pay an exorbitant price to race with Yeva." Pei Yutong pondered this for a moment before he explained. Pei Yutong glanced at Lin Yan and jumped in fright. Veins were popping on Lin Yan's forehead, and her eyes looked as though they were about to spit fire. Sister-in-law. Pei Yutong was dumbfounded. Lin Yan looked as though someone owed her millions. Although Lin Yan had been disgusted by the fact that someone had impersonated her, she hadn't been infuriated. However, impersonating her was an exorbitant price. This was absolutely intolerable. This deity was poor, but the impersonator had earned a lot of money. Oh, I'm fine. Lin Yan snapped back to her senses and composed herself before she grinned at him. For some reason, Pei Yutong felt that Lin Yan's smile was odd. Oh right. Suddenly, Lin Yan changed the topic and asked Pei Yutong, "How much do you know about the domestic racing industry? Is there anyone who is good at racing? Is there anyone who is good at racing? Is there anyone who is cheap?" Pei Yutong didn't seem to understand Lin Yan. What did it mean to be exceptionally good at racing but exceptionally bad in the racing circle? Pei Yutong lowered his head and pondered for a moment. Then, his eyes lit up. "Sister-in-law, it's true." "Who?" asked Lin Yan curiously. "You." Pei Yutong gazed at Lin Yan solemnly. "Sister-in-law, look at you. You're really good at racing, but you're not doing well in the racing industry. You even belong to the He family team." Pei Yutong realized that Lin Yan had been talking about herself. "Get lost." Lin Yan glared at Pei Yutong. Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit IAI. Chapter 447. Sister-in-law. Why are you asking? Pei Yutong grinned. I plan to recruit some capable racers to join the He family team. Lin Yan didn't hide anything from Pei Yutong. Pei Yutong fell silent for a moment before he frowned at Lin Yan. Sister-in-law, are you serious? She wanted to recruit a capable racer for the He family team. Of course, that wasn't the main point. The main point was that Lin Yan wanted them to be cheap. If Lin Yan hadn't said this, Pei Yutong would have guffawed out loud. This joke had gone too far. The He family team was a low-class team that had never won a race before. Even if they were willing, they wouldn't be able to recruit a racer. Even if they were, they wouldn't be capable enough. Even if they were, how could they let Lin Yan work for free? And it had to be cheap. In this day and age, the average racer's salary was extremely high, okay? Be serious, Lin Yan replied. Okay, sister-in-law. Pei Yutong suppressed his laughter as he replied solemnly, no. Lin Yan was speechless. Sister-in-law, if there really is such a person, remember to tell me. I will poach him, Pei Yutong said. What kind of joke was this? Even his own team was in such a miserable state. It was hard to say whether they were dead or alive. Professional racers? Where was he? He wanted one. Before Lin Yan could respond, Pei Yutong's eyes suddenly sparkled. Sister Yan, sister-in-law. No, daddy. Come to my team. Lin Yan glanced at Pei Yutong. I refuse. Sister-in-law, what future does the He family team have? I will pay you 3 times. No. I will pay you 5 times the price. Do you want to join my team? Pei Yutong blurted out anxiously. If Lin Yan hadn't brought this up, Pei Yutong would have forgotten that he had a genius by his side. It would be unforgivable if he poached her. Lin Yan couldn't help but smack her forehead and sigh inwardly. She shouldn't have asked Pei Yutong these questions. Pei Yutong's team might not necessarily be better than the He family team. If Pei Yutong's team and the He family team were to compete on the track, it would be like 2 chickens pecking at each other. However, Pei Yutong's team still couldn't be compared to the He family's team. Pei Yutong didn't need to worry about sponsorships and investments, nor was he afraid that his team would be disbanded. In terms of ability, the He family team and Pei Yutong's team wouldn't be afraid of each other even if they were to compete on the track. The other teams were competing to see who was stronger. As for the He family team and Pei Yutong's team, they were competing to see who was better. She would rather die than join his team. Sister-in-law, the He family team is such a weak team. Why don't we disband it? To put it bluntly, we were able to beat WW previously because of the He family team. It was all because of you. The He family team is too weak. Don't you feel aggrieved being in the He family team? However, Lin Yan's words struck Pei Yutong like a blow to his soul. Lin Yan stared at Pei Yutong intently. Your team has raced 12 times in the past 2 months and lost all of them. The He family team has raced 12 times and lost 10 times. If I remember correctly, the team that lost to the He family team was yours. I watched that race. It was an exciting one. Chapter 448. Indeed, the He family team was extremely lousy. It wouldn't be a problem for anyone else to say this, but where did Pei Yutong get the courage to say this? As Lin Yan recounted the competition and how Pei Yutong's team had lost to the He family team, the smile on Pei Yutong's face gradually froze. At that moment, Pei Yutong finally understood that his team was indeed weak. They had even lost to the He family team before. However, why had Lin Yan brought this up? This was a huge humiliation to Pei Yutong. It was a humiliation that would nail his racing career to the pillar of shame. Big sister-in-law, listen to me. Actually, we lost to the He family team, because I didn't compete personally. Pei Yutong sounded indignant. Lin Yan was speechless. Lin Yan had no time to listen to Pei Yutong's nonsense. She chased him out of the room and called ZH1's God Z. The content of the call was the same. ZH1 was a top team, so Lin Yan wasn't familiar with the racing industry in the country. Hence, she wanted to ask God Z. Initially, God Z had agreed readily. However, when he found out that Lin Yan wanted to recruit racers for the He family team, he fell silent. Any capable racer, regardless of their potential or level, would never agree to join a low-level team like the He family team. No matter how high the salary was, it wasn't realistic. It would be a joke for them to do so. Lin Yan hung up helplessly. God Z was right. Any capable racer wouldn't be willing to join the He family team. At most, they would attract some useless racers, just like the current He family team members. Since she couldn't count on anyone else, Lin Yan could only search for information on the racing industry in the country. Where were the top teams? Perhaps they were racers who had retired due to some reason. However, after searching for half a day, she found nothing other than the addresses of the team's headquarters. Since there were still a few days to go before the imposter's private banquet, Lin Yan decided to try her luck at the top teams and see if she could poach racers with potential. Of course, Lin Yan didn't dare to poach racers without a reason. The top racers in the country not only received high salaries, but they also received great fame. However, this was limited to the country. At most, they could only rush into the third level of the World Championship. They could only get a ticket to the World Championship to experience the charm of the World Championship. However, what Lin Yan could give them was something that none of the top teams in the country could. She had the ability to lead those capable professional racers into the world of professional racing. It wasn't just a matter of getting a ticket to the world competition and experiencing the atmosphere of the world competition. Then, they would be defeated and return to their countries dejectedly, lamenting the strength of the third division league. What Lin Yan could give them was to lead them to the third level, the second level, and even the first level. Of course, this depended on what kind of racer she was able to poach. If it was the He family team, she would forget about it. She didn't have the ability to do so. Chapter 449. In the afternoon, Lin Yan arrived alone at the headquarters of a prestigious team in the country. D1. D1 was also a prestigious team in the country, so it was more famous than ZH1. Based on Lin Yan's understanding, there were many talented racers in D1. Many young racers had retired and become coaches in D1. Lin Yan stayed at D1 as a visitor for half a day and found a chance to interact with some of the young racers. She even tried to seduce them. However, Lin Yan wasn't very successful. Almost everyone who had been poached by Lin Yan looked at Lin Yan as though she was a retard. In the end, Lin Yan had no choice but to leave and go home for dinner. Although it was a bad start, it was within Lin Yan's expectations. If it was so easy to poach racers from prestigious teams, it would be ridiculous. Putting aside the He family team's status in the country, Lin Yan and the He family team were very poor. To put it bluntly, Lin Yan was trying to gain something without risking anything. She had painted a big picture in front of them. That was why Lin Yan was regarded as mentally retarded. However, if Lin Yan used the identity of the racetrack's Grim Reaper, the top racers in the country would be willing to give her everything they had to beg her to join the He family team. Lin Yan wasn't discouraged even though she had failed. The next day, she visited another prestigious team. However, the results were the same. Other than the number of people who were mentally retarded, there were a few more. After 2 days without any results, Lin Yan had no choice but to calm down and think of a solution. Indeed, she wasn't persuasive at all. She had to think from a different perspective. Perhaps she shouldn't poach racers from prestigious teams. She should look for a new team with potential. The third day, Lin Yan arrived at Fire's headquarters. She had wanted to follow her plan 2 days ago and pretend to be a tourist. In the end, the Fire team didn't allow anyone to enter. She couldn't even enter the door this time. Just as Lin Yan was about to leave, a shy young man in clean clothes was sitting outside Fire's headquarters. From time to time, he would sneak a peek at Lin Yan. As the boy sized Lin Yan up, Lin Yan noticed him as well. Before long, Lin Yan's eyes landed on the boy. Their eyes met in an instant. The boy quickly averted his gaze and lowered his head. This boy didn't look very old, at most 20 years old. He should have just graduated from school. Are you a staff member of Fire? The boy asked suddenly as Lin Yan was about to leave. Lin Yan's eyes darted back to the boy as she shook her head. I'm not. Oh. Are you here to apply for a job? The boy seemed curious about Lin Yan. Are you also here to apply? Lin Yan walked over to the boy and grinned. Are you applying for a job at Fire? Yes. The boy nodded. But I was rejected just now. What position are you applying for? Asked Lin Yan. He's here to apply for the race driver position. The boy's voice was not loud. A racer? Lin Yan was startled. This boy came to Fire to apply to be a racer? However, looking at the boy's personality, he didn't seem to be suitable for driving fast. If the boy hadn't said so, Lin Yan would have assumed that he was here to apply for a job. Besides, a new team like Fire might not be one of the top teams in the country, but they had strict requirements for their racers. If one didn't have a certain level of fame or ability, Fire wouldn't recruit them. Mobile users, please continue reading. For a better reading experience, please visit the website. Chapter 450. Teams that hadn't been in contact with the racing track before, or hadn't made a name for themselves on the racing track, and hadn't shown their full potential to others, were generally not accepted by ordinary teams, let alone a new star racing team like Fire. Have you raced before? Lin Yen glanced at the boy as she asked softly. Yeah, the boy nodded at Lin Yen. It's just a friendly competition. It's a competition between racers. Lin Yen was speechless. A friendly competition wasn't considered a formal competition. Are you here to apply for a job? The boy studied Lin Yen curiously. He had asked the same question before but hadn't gotten an answer. I'm not. Lin Yen grinned at the boy. I'm here to recruit a racer. Huh? The child was startled when he heard Lin Yen. This was unexpected. Are you in charge of recruiting racers for Fire? The boy pressed on. I have nothing to do with Fire. I belong to another team. Lin Yen didn't hide the truth. Another team? What team is it? The boy's interest was piqued. Lin Yen pondered for a moment, but she didn't know how to tell him that she belonged to the He family team. Can I take a look at your resume? Lin Yen evaded the question. Yeah, sure. The boy opened his briefcase and took out a stack of documents carefully. Then, he passed it to Lin Yen. Lin Yen had a rough understanding of the boy after she read his resume. The boy's name was Yun Xian. He had just graduated and loved racing. He had joined an amateur team when he was in school. However, because he was a student, he didn't have good equipment. Most of his equipment was rented and he had raced against some low-level teams. As for Yun Xian's results, he was first in each of the 16 matches. Furthermore, Yun Xian's resume contained his unique understanding of racing, as well as some of the navigator's professional knowledge and techniques. However, it was unrealistic for him to join a new team like Fire. Most of the players recruited by any large-scale top team were players with outstanding results. After reading Yun Xian's resume, Lin Yen said, if you want to join a top team, you have to prove yourself. It was the same for both domestic and foreign racing teams. Then, what should I do? Yun Xian glanced at Lin Yen. Lin Yen replied bluntly, join a small team first and build your reputation. If you're really capable, a good team will come and recruit you. A small motorcade. Yun Xian looked a little hesitant. But I don't really want to join those small teams. It's not because of the salary, but mainly because the small teams are too weak. I can't learn anything from them. Lin Yen studied Yun Xian with an odd expression on her face. So, the reason why this boy wanted to join a famous team was to learn? Famous racing teams paid a lot of money to hire racers so that they could win races for them. They didn't spend a lot of money to let racers learn, unless they showed amazing talent and potential in the early stages. Generally speaking, this kind of situation was very rare. Chapter 451. You just want to learn? Lin Yan's eyes flickered as she studied Yun Xian. I don't care about money. The boy nodded. But I want to learn more, to surpass my limits. Great. Lin Yan patted Yun Xian's shoulder and said solemnly, you only seek to break through your own limits. You don't have any desire for fame and fortune. Our team has always admired your attitude. You're still young, so you won't be able to earn all the money you want. You should learn more while you're young. Yun Xian eyed Lin Yan intently. Yeah, so, do you want to join my team? Lin Yan went straight to the point. Sister, can you tell me which team you belong to? Yun Xian asked curiously. My team is in the midst of restructuring. It's the He family team. Have you heard of it? asked Lin Yan. The He family team? Yun Xian frowned. But I have never heard of it. Lin Yan was speechless. Indeed, the He family team was a small team that had never participated in major competitions or won many competitions. Hence, not many people had heard of it. Although Lin Yan had represented the He family team to defeat one of the top racers in the country, it had been a challenge competition. Hence, it was normal that Yun Xian hadn't heard of it. Lin Yan glanced at Yun Xian and explained, "We can't compete with the new team that you want to join. However, if you join our team, you will be able to learn a lot." If Yun Xian had joined the team for glory, fame, or money, Lin Yan wouldn't have been able to satisfy him. However, it wasn't difficult for Lin Yan to learn and become stronger. "I just read your resume and gave you a suggestion. Given your current situation, joining a small team is the best choice. Of course, even if you're willing to join, you will still have to go through some tests. If you don't meet the requirements, even a small team won't accept you." Lin Yan glanced at Yun Xian as she spoke bluntly. Before Yun Xian could reply, Lin Yan added, "Of course, if you can pass the tests and prove that you are capable, I can promise that you will get what you want as long as you join our team. Otherwise, you can leave." At this moment, Yun Xian looked a little hesitant. However, he knew that Lin Yan was telling the truth. Yun Xian had applied to many famous teams, but ZH1 was the only one who had given him the same advice. Some of the famous teams had even rejected him outright. Although Yun Xian didn't want to join the small convoy, it seemed like this was the only way out given the current situation. Yun Xian didn't want to join a small team for no other reason than that he felt that staying in a small team would only waste his youth and burn away his passion. Based on his experience, he didn't think that he would be able to learn anything from a small team. "Sister, actually, I'm not a newbie. That's why I don't think I'll be able to learn anything useful from a team." Yun Xian glanced at Lin Yan as he spoke. Chapter 452. The corners of Lin Yan's mouth curled up when she heard Yun Xian. She chuckled softly. "If I had thought that you were a newbie, I wouldn't have invited you to join my team." Also, Lin Yan paused for a moment as her eyes landed on Yun Xian. "No matter what level you are, even if you have participated in international competitions, you will be able to learn a lot by joining our team. You might think that words are useless, but I stand by my words. After you join the team, if you feel that you can't learn anything, you can turn around and leave. This will be written into your contract." Lin Yan had already made her point. If Yun Xian still didn't like her team, she would have no choice but to give up. Yun Xian pondered this for a moment before he nodded. "Okay. If what you said is true, I am willing to join your team. Besides learning, I will also do my best to bring glory to the team. This is my promise. Before I join the team. Can I visit the team?" "Of course." Lin Yan glanced at Yun Xian. "Let's exchange numbers first. I will tell you the address and time." After exchanging numbers, Lin Yan parted ways with Yun Xian. Lin Yan had high hopes for Yun Xian. She admired the boy's understanding of racing and hoped that Yun Xian wasn't just good at theory. Lin Yan was surprised that she had joined the new star team. Although she hadn't been able to join the team, she had accidentally bumped into Yun Xian, who had failed the recruitment test. She had invited him to join the He family team. Was this considered a lucky break? Since it was still early, Lin Yan had no intention of slacking off. She headed to the next team. Before long, Lin Yan arrived at KNT, one of the top teams in the capital city. Once upon a time, KNT was one of the earliest racing teams in China. Their strength and scale were also considered top-notch. However, due to the management problems of the current KNT team's boss, the KNT team situation in recent years was not optimistic. They had not even entered the third level for 4 years. After the past few days, Lin Yan had realized that it would be extremely difficult to find a good racer. No one would believe her. They would treat her like a retard. If she couldn't find anyone, she would have to try something else. Of course, if there was a need, she would consider revealing her identity in front of a few people. Get lost. Lin Yan had just arrived at KNT's headquarters when she heard an angry bellow. Instinctively, Lin Yan's eyes darted forward. A handsome man was pushed out of KNT's headquarters. The man was wearing a KNT uniform and had brown hair. The man staggered forward. He didn't seem to care about being pushed out, and a self-mocking smile hung on his face. Mo Shuyun, your contract has expired. From today onwards, you will be removed from KNT. A middle-aged man in a suit said coldly as he stood in front of the KNT headquarters. Is that so? That's great. Mo Shuyun stared at the man and sneered. Ever since KNT gave all the glory and position that belonged to me to someone else last year, I've been planning to dawdle around. It doesn't matter anymore. Chapter 453. The middle-aged man's eyes were filled with disdain and disgust. That's your own problem. Get lost. After saying that, bang! The door of KNT was slammed shut. Lin Yan was dumbfounded when she saw the door shut. What was going on? Lin Yan's eyes trailed to the man. The man seemed to be a KNT racer, as he was still wearing his KNT uniform. However, he looked a little desolate, and there was a mocking smile on his face. He didn't seem to care that he had been kicked out of KNT. As Lin Yan sized up the man, his eyes inadvertently landed on Lin Yan as well. The man was puzzled when he first saw Lin Yan. Then, he scrutinized her carefully for a moment before his eyes widened in shock. Hold on. You. Yes, it's you. The man stared at Lin Yan for a moment before he strode over to her. Lin Yan was puzzled when she saw this. Hold on. You. Aren't you, that. The man frowned as he stood beside Lin Yan, as though he was trying hard to recall. Lin Pianruo. Suddenly, the man pointed at Lin Yan, looking shocked. Yes, it's you. You're Lin Pianruo. Am I seeing things? You're really Lin Pianruo. The corners of Lin Yan's mouth twitched when she heard the man. Her name was Lin Yan. Lin Pianruo was just a character she had played. Lin Pianruo, I'm your idol. The man looked excited. Lin Yan was speechless. No. You're my idol. The man gazed at Lin Yan excitedly. I've watched it 5 times. I went to the cinema and watched it 5 times. You acted really well. Really, I swear. Lin Yan gazed at the man and fell silent for a moment. Hi. My name isn't Lin Pianruo. My name is Lin Yan. Oh. Sorry, I'm sorry. Your role as Lin Pianruo was too shocking. It left a deep impression on me. So. The man looked awkward. Lin Yan chuckled softly. I can understand. She hadn't expected this. She actually had a fan now. And someone had recognized her. It seemed that she was really starting to become popular. Oh yeah, why are you here? Are you going to KNT? Are you interested in racing too? Oh yeah, the movie Legend is currently casting Yeva. You must be here to fight for the role. Many celebrities have come to watch the movie, the man replied. Lin Yan didn't reply. Instead, she studied the man and asked, Are you a member of the KNT team? The man chuckled softly. However, there was a hint of self-mockery in his laughter. An hour ago, I was. Now, I have nothing to do with KNT. Lin Yan had witnessed everything that had happened, but she didn't know the full story. She only knew that the former racer had been kicked out of KNT. Let's not talk about that. Miss Lin, can we exchange contact information? I'm a loyal fan of yours. Although I've only watched this movie, I'll definitely contribute to the box office for all of your movies in the future, the man said. Hold on. Lin Yan eyed the man intently. The man was disappointed when he saw Lin Yan's expression. However, it made sense. Which artist would exchange contact information with their fans so casually? You don't have a team now, right? Why don't we talk about a team? Lin Yan's lips curled into a smile. There aren't many slots left for the canvas bag. Everyone, please vote and leave comments. The monthly activity will end in a week. I'll post the details again. The top 200 most active readers on the QQ Reader Circle will receive different exquisite accessories. The deadline will be October 31st at 23:50 p.m. First to third place, Yusheng's custom-made lamp plus Meng's custom-made humidifier plus Yusheng's custom-made mug plus set of signed postcards plus Lin Yan's suddenly rich canvas bag 4th to 10th place, humidifier plus mug plus postcards plus canvas bag 11th to 50th place, mug plus postcards plus canvas bag 51-100 place, postcards plus canvas bag 101-150 place, canvas bag 151-200 place, postcards. PS, you can win multiple prizes with other activities. You just need to have the votes for the month of October. The postcards are a set, and one of them is signed. Chapter 454. Mo Shuyun was taken aback by Lin Yan's words. He looked a little confused. She was talking about the team? Mo Shuyun quickly understood what was going on. Recently, an overseas movie, Legend, had been casting for the role of the racetrack's Grim Reaper. Hence, many female celebrities had taken the initiative to approach some famous teams in the industry. They wanted to compete for the role of the racetrack's Grim Reaper, Yev. If they knew nothing about racing, they wouldn't be suitable. Hence, Mo Shuyun assumed that Lin Yan had been referring to this topic. Sure. If you want to learn more about racing, I can help you. Mo Shuyun glanced at Lin Yan. Huh? Lin Yan was puzzled by Mo Shuyun's words. Learn more about racing? Since when had she said that she wanted to learn from Mo Shuyun? She had merely said that she wanted to talk about racing teams. There was no connection between the two. Lin Yan, who knew that Mo Shuyun had misunderstood her, smiled and explained, "You've misunderstood. I have no intention of learning about racing." "Then what do you mean, Miss Lin?" Mo Shuyun was puzzled. "It's like this." Lin Yan gathered her thoughts and glanced at Mo Shuyun. "You used to be a racer for beer. Coincidentally, I have a team that is currently in the midst of restructuring. We are lacking experienced racers. Would you be interested in joining us?" After Lin Yan's explanation, Mo Shuyun finally understood what she meant. However, Mo Shuyun didn't seem interested in joining a new team. He replied bluntly, "I see. But I just quit my job, that's a pity." Lin Yan shook her head at Mo Shuyun. "Miss Lin, may I ask what kind of team you belong to?" Mo Shuyun asked curiously. "It's the He family team," Lin Yan explained to Mo Shuyun. The He family team, Mo Shuyun was taken aback. The He family team? Wait a minute. Is it the He family team that defeated WW? Yeah. Lin Yan nodded. Mo Shuyun couldn't believe his ears. "Miss Lin, are you the boss of the He family team?" As a professional racer for fire, Mo Shuyun was naturally aware of WW's recent humiliation. They had wanted to challenge ZH1, but they had been tricked by ZH1. They had sent a small team like the He family team to compete with WW. To everyone's surprise, WW had been defeated. They had been defeated by the He family's team. Actually, the first half of the race was within everyone's expectations. When the He family team had just started, WW had already pulled ahead of them. However, something unexpected happened during the second half of the race. A racer from the He family team had single-handedly caught up with all the WW racers. He had even overtaken the captain of the WW team and helped the He family team win the race. WW had become a laughing stock. Recently, Mo Shuyun had also been paying attention to this matter. Later on, the competition officials had started investigating. It seemed that someone had reported that the race had been faked, and the analysis of the videos online was unreasonable. As for the truth, Mo Shuyun had no idea. However, Mo Shuyun seemed to have thought of something at the mention of this matter. Wait. Chapter 455. Mo Shuyun stared at Lin Yan in shock. The racer who beat WW. Is that you? I did race against WW and I won. Lin Yan didn't deny it. Meeting One's match hadn't been released yet when the He family team had competed against WW. Hence, Mo Shuyun had never heard of Lin Yan. After that, he had fallen in love with Meeting One's match and read the original novel. That was how he had gotten to know Lin Yan, who had played the role of Lin Pianruo. However, he had never associated her with the racer Lin Yan from the He family. So, the actress he had fallen in love with was Lin Yan from the He family team and had defeated WW? This was too ridiculous. Mo Shuyun found everything that had happened ridiculous. First, he had been kicked out of fire. Then, Lin Yan, the actress who had portrayed Lin Pianruo, had approached him and invited him to join her team. He also knew that Lin Yan had been a member of the He family team that had defeated WW. Idol, can you tell me more about your team? If you want to invite me to join your team, I need to understand everything before I make a decision. Mo Shuyun glanced at Lin Yan as he spoke. Lin Yan didn't reject him. The two of them found a nearby tea house and sat down to chat. Lin Yan didn't hide anything from Mo Shuyun about the He family team situation. She told him the truth, including how the He family team had been reorganized and reformed. Then, if I join, there will only be 2 racers? Mo Shuyun gazed at Lin Yan, lost in his thoughts. Actually, Mo Shuyun agreed with Lin Yan's idea and the way she had handled the situation. Mo Shuyun had watched the competition between WW and the He family team. The disparity between the He family team and WW aside, the He family team didn't have a single racer who could be considered a professional racer. They didn't even have the professionalism that a small team should have. If the He family team didn't rebuild, it would be useless no matter how much money they invested or how good their equipment was. I have a cousin who is also a member of the He family team. However, his racing skills, Lin Yan felt a little helpless at the mention of He Lifeng. He Lifeng's skills were probably inferior to those hooligans. At most, he was on par with them. If he wanted to go further in the professional scene, this was definitely not enough. Unless Lin Yan trained him specifically, that would depend on his own talent. Right now, it's a beginner racing team. As long as they're willing to put in the effort, I'm fine with coaching them. However, if we make a major change, we won't be able to compete because we don't have enough people. Even if we find a racer, we'll need to train them for a period of time. At the very least, we need to develop teamwork on the racetrack, Mo Shuyun said. Before Lin Yan could respond, Mo Shuyun added, Miss Lin, why don't we? If you really want to rebuild the team, I can recruit some racers. Lin Yan had no objections to that. After all, Mo Shuyun was a former racer of fire, so he was very familiar with the racing scene in China. If Mo Shuyun was willing to help find racers, he would naturally be much more efficient than her. Chapter 456. So you're agreeing to join the He family team? Lin Yan eyed Mo Shuyun intently. Mo Shuyun nodded eagerly and grinned. Of course I'm willing. If the He family team doesn't reorganize itself and retain its original members, I definitely won't join. However, it's a different matter altogether. Besides, Queen Pianruo will be my boss, Lin Yan interrupted Mo Shuyun. I'm just a member of the He family team and I have my own job to do. I can't compete in every race, Miss Lin. Before I join the He family team, I need to ask you a question. I hope that you can be honest with me. Mo Shuyun eyed Lin Yan intently. What is it? Asked Lin Yan. Mo Shuyun fell silent for some time before he replied. It was the competition between the He family team and WW team. I know that it was a competition between two teams, but in reality, Miss Lin defeated the entire WW team single-handedly. Besides, I watched the video of the competition. It felt like a performance. It's alright. Please continue. Lin Yan grinned. Mo Shuyun nodded. From my point of view, there are only two outcomes for this match. Mo Shuyun paused for a moment before he added, the first possibility is that WW colluded with Miss Lin Yan or ZH1 to fix the competition, the second outcome. Mo Shuyun studied Lin Yan's nonchalant expression. Miss Lin, you crushed WW completely. The difference between WW and you was huge. That's why you were able to end the competition like a performance. So which one do you think it is? Lin Yan chuckled softly. It's hard to say. Mo Shuyun shook his head, looking perplexed. Lin Yan was an actress, while WW was one of the most prestigious teams in the country. Their new captain had performed extremely well in the third level of the world. Logically speaking, given the video of the competition, it had to be a rigged competition. However, no matter how Mo Shuyun thought about it, he still couldn't figure out the purpose of this fixed match. WW and ZH1 were archenemies. It was impossible for WW to lose to the He family team that ZH1 had sent to replace them. Unless there was some sort of insider trading that no one knew about, it would be impossible. Miss Lin, could you please tell me if the competition between the He family team and WW team was rigged? Asked Mo Shuyun. Lin Yan grinned. Is WW really that strong? Is it so strong that anyone who defeats them will be accused of rigging the competition? Mo Shuyun's eyes glinted when he heard Lin Yan's reply. Although Lin Yan hadn't said it out loud, her words had made it very obvious. WW was too weak for Lin Yan. At this moment, Mo Shuyun was even more curious about the girl in front of him. Was she really just an actress? Miss Lin, I believe you. Mo Shuyun took a sip of his tea and nodded at Lin Yan. I'm well aware of the relationship between ZH1 and WW. Firstly, WW doesn't lack money. Besides, there's a deep grudge between the two teams. I don't think it's possible for either team to lose to the other team in a fake competition. Chapter 457. Thank you for your understanding and trust. Lin Yan thanked Mo Shuyun. Therefore, I have two conditions for joining the He family team. Mo Shuyun replied solemnly. Firstly, I can't accept being a mere member of the team. Given my abilities, I'm more than qualified to be the captain of an established team. Hence, I want to be the captain of the He family team. Lin Yan nodded and agreed to Mo Shuyun's first condition. Just as Mo Shuyun had said, given his experience and ability, it would be a waste for him to be the captain of the He family team. This was the beginning of the He family team's restructuring. If Mo Shuyun was willing to help out, Lin Yan would be more than happy to oblige. "What's the second condition?" asked Lin Yan. Mo Shuyun replied, "Miss Lin, the second condition is that I want a small share of the He family team. I don't need a lot, just 10% will do. I don't need a salary and I will bring funds into the He family team." Lin Yan was taken aback when she heard Mo Shuyun's second condition. Had she heard wrongly? How could there be such a good deal? Did this man have a grudge against money? Not only would he not need a salary, but he would also bring funds into the He family team. Right now, the He family team was just a beginner team. They hadn't won many competitions, so they couldn't see their future. How could Mo Shuyun want a share of the He family team? Can you tell me why? Lin Yan stared at Mo Shuyun intently. Miss Lin, isn't this simple? If what Miss Lin said was true and there was no fake match between you and the WW team, then it can only prove one thing. Miss Lin, your standard should be able to match up to the third level of the international competition. If you add in my training methods and help the He family team recruit better racers, I believe that in less than 5 years, the He family team will become one of the top teams in the country. In at most 7 years, we will be able to compete in the third level of the international competition. I want a share of the He family team because I want to earn money. Mo Shuyun grinned. A top team in 5 years and the third level of the international competition in 7 years? Lin Yan fell into deep thought. If that was really the case, the He family team could just disband immediately. Why would she spend so much effort to reorganize the team? Miss Lin, you don't have to doubt yourself. I believe in my judgment. I am confident that I can make the He family team one of the top teams in the country within 5 years and enter the third level of the international competition within 8 years. Mo Shuyun's eyes lit up with excitement. Lin Yan stared at him intently. Didn't you say, 7 years? Then 7 years it is. Lin Yan was speechless. Just like that, Mo Shuyun successfully joined the He family team. The two of them agreed to have dinner at the He family's old mansion the next day. They would also introduce Mo Shuyun to the real boss of the He family team. Lin Yan had also sent Yun Xian an address and invited him along. After returning to Cloud Manor, Yun Xian replied. "Sister. Are there many people?" Lin Yan glanced at the message and replied casually, "Including you, there are about 5 or 6 people." After some time, Yun Xian replied with a voice message, "All right then. I will be there on time." "Thank you, sister." Mo Shuyun gave Lin Yan the impression that he was an experienced racer who had been in the racing industry for many years. Yun Xian, on the other hand, was different. He was a newcomer who loved racing. However, Lin Yan didn't feel confident about Yun Xian's personality. Update has ended. Chapter 458. After interacting with Yun Xian for a while, Lin Yan realized that he was shy. Generally speaking, professional racers rarely had this kind of personality. Most racers' styles were directly linked to their personalities. If a racer had a fiery personality, their style on the track would be more violent. If a racer had a steady personality, their style on the track would be more stable and survival. It was all different. Lin Yan had never met a racer like Yun Xian in her racing career. Hence, she was filled with anticipation and curiosity about him. Lin Yan dialed her grandfather's number. Her grandfather's voice came through the phone. Xiaoyan, it's late. Why are you looking for me? Grandfather, I'm going back to the old mansion for dinner tomorrow, replied Lin Yan. Sure. Go back more often. Grandfather, I'll be bringing 2 racers with me tomorrow. One of them will be the captain of the He family team. Lin Yan got straight to the point. The person on the other end of the line fell silent. He Dingkuan had assumed that Lin Yan would be returning to the old mansion for dinner. He hadn't expected that she would be bringing a racer to the He family's mansion. Captain, are you kidding me? Are you going to bring a random person back to be our captain? Before her grandfather could speak, He Xiong's voice came through the phone. Lin Yan glanced at the time. It should be dinner time now. She reckoned that He Xiong and He Dingkuan were sitting together, so He Xiong had overheard her conversation. Of course, Lin Yan didn't care. If Mo Shuyun had heard the manager of a junior team describe him as a random person, how would he feel? Although Lin Yan wasn't familiar with the racing scene in the country, she knew that a racer like Mo Shuyun might not be famous among the top teams in the country. However, if he were to be placed in a junior team, he would probably be considered a godly figure that was out of their reach. Xiaoyan, all right. I got it. Bring him back tomorrow. He Dingkuan replied. Okay, grandfather. See you tomorrow night. Lin Yan hung up the phone. Shortly after Lin Yan hung up, Pei Yutong barged in hastily. Sister-in-law, where have you been? I've been looking for you all day. You didn't even reply to my messages. Pei Yutong blurted out anxiously. You've been looking for me all day? Lin Yan was startled. Because of Yun Xian and Mo Shuyun, she hadn't had time to look at her phone. Hence, she hadn't known that Pei Yutong was looking for her. I called you a few times and sent dozens of texts, but you didn't reply. Pei Yutong looked aggrieved. Lin Yan was speechless. Lin Yan stared at him and replied helplessly, Why are you looking for me? What's so urgent? Pei Yutong's eyes gleamed with excitement as he stared at Lin Yan. There's something important. It's a greeting gift. A gift? Lin Yan was startled. What gift? It's a gift for Yeva. Pei Yutong sat down beside Lin Yan. Sister-in-law, we're going to meet Yeva at a private banquet in 2 days. We can't possibly go empty-handed. That would be impolite. What should we give her? It has to be expensive, but it can't be too cheap. I wanted to give her money, but I didn't think it would be appropriate. A car doesn't seem appropriate either. Chapter 459. You want to give me a car and money? Lin Yan stared at Pei Yutong in shock. Hadn't his big brother restricted his finances? He had invested all his money into the team. Where had he gotten so much money? Of course, that wasn't the main point. The main point was that he wanted to give the impostor an expensive gift. How could he do that? Pei Yutong could give her his body, but he couldn't give her money. Pei Yutong noticed that something was wrong with Lin Yan, so he asked curiously, Sister-in-law, what's wrong? Lin Yan snapped back to her senses and took a deep breath. Did you burn too much money? Didn't your big brother restrict your finances? Pei Yutong smiled mysteriously. Even if he restricted my finances, and the team has been incurring losses, I still have some money. It's definitely enough for me to give her an expensive gift. Besides, sister-in-law, what do you mean by burning too much money? She is the racetrack's Grim Reaper. Besides, everyone who attended the private banquet has been looking for a gift. It wouldn't be right if I didn't give her a gift. Lin Yan glanced at Pei Yutong. The real Pei Yutong was standing right in front of him, yet he hadn't given her a gift. Instead, he had chosen to give her an imposter. How could a human do that? Sister-in-law, I can't think of anything. Can you help me? Asked Pei Yutong. I don't think that's necessary. Lin Yan contemplated this for some time before she grinned at Pei Yutong. Think about it. The racetrack's Grim Reaper has seen everything. You have to show that you are special in order to make her remember you. Huh? Pei Yutong was dumbfounded. Show that he was special? He wanted to, but how could he show that he was special and make the racetrack's Grim Reaper remember him? Think about it. Everyone else gave her an expensive gift, but you didn't. How special is that? If it were me, I would remember you for the rest of my life. I swear. Lin Yan gazed at Pei Yutong solemnly. Pei Yutong was speechless. Sister-in-law, stop fooling around. I'm serious. I would rather not remember your way of remembering me. Pei Yutong sighed heavily. You've made up your mind. You have to give it to me, right? Lin Yan frowned at him. Pei Yutong hurriedly nodded. That's for sure. What I mean is that the gift has to be unique. It has to be meaningful and classy. It has to be memorable. Lin Yan felt a little helpless. Why wouldn't this kid listen to her? Lin Yan's eyes darted around. Do you believe me? Sister-in-law, of course I believe you, replied Pei Yutong. Let's do it this way. Lin Yan pondered this for a moment before she added, you don't have to worry about the gift. I'll help you prepare it. It will definitely be classy and expensive. What do you think? Really? Pei Yutong's eyes lit up. Pei Yutong wasn't good at giving gifts. He had never given any of his previous girlfriends anything. Don't worry, leave it to me. Just transfer the money to me. Lin Yan nodded. I'm relieved. Pei Yutong heaved a sigh of relief. Oh yeah. Pei Yutong, who was about to leave, suddenly turned around and told Lin Yan, sister-in-law, there will be a private banquet in 3 days. The top racers in the country will be competing with Yeva. I've booked a seat for you. Let's go and watch together. Okay. Lin Yan agreed readily. You're tuning in to the Xiaofan's Wuxia Tales YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.